TDA, man. What a show. What a damn show. Good morning, people. Happy Friday, the 20th of October. Welcome to TDA the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And I am one of your lovely, lovely hosts today, ready to go. My royalty, Shade Queen.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
Love that. Always. But I feel like you've ruined my smiles, man. Every time I smile now, I'm going to think my skin's so shiny because I'm smiling. But disclaimer there, because I have seen people try to throw shade here and there. My skin is just glowing. My skin glows like this because I mind my business. I drink water.
Drink water and mind my business.
That's right. And no one's son is taking me for idiot. So this is what happens. It's the joy of the Lord that's on my face.
Amen.
Amen to that. But how's everyone doing today?
All good.
Yeah, we thank God.
Love it.
Yes. How are you?
I love a weekend.
I love as an adult, yeah. I just love a weekend. And when I have plans on a weekend, I just think, gosh, I hate you have to put me in this position. I hate you have to put me in a position so you know.
This weekend is going to be good.
It's going to be good.
Gina.
Gina. I've got time for Gina this weekend.
Gina.
Go and get the final tickets, okay? Sis is going to sell out today.
Gina.
She's going to sell out by afternoon. So if you want to come on Sunday, which you do want to come on Sunday, go and get a ticket.
Gina.
All right, is everything all right there?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Also, big love and light and positive vibes and everything to everybody in Nigeria. So today is the anniversary of the massacre, I'm going to call it, because that's really what it was. The massacre that happened as a result of the NSAS protests. So, yeah, man. Love to everybody. Man. Rest in peace to everybody. And I hope people that still don't know where their loved ones are, still haven't heard from them, don't have a clue, don't have closure on that. I hope that they can feel some kind of peace and support.
Amen to that.
Yeah. So, Brent, we took a trip yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Where did we go?
We went to Nigeria.
We did.
Lagos.
We went to Lagos.
Lagos.
Dirty December in October. We did. So we went to Enish in Covent Garden. Big up Enish as well.
Okay.
It's a new...
That's a new one, isn't it?
It's a new one, yeah. So they've got one on Oxford Street. I've been to that one. It's very nice. And went to the Covent Garden one yesterday.
Sick.
It is Lagos. I felt like I was in Lagos. So the Oxford Street one is a restaurant. This is a restaurant too because it's got the full menu. And plus more, actually.
Okay.
But it's got like a nightlife vibe.
Okay.
It's like, it's the red lights, pink, purple, all the lights around. It's like even got like island bar, like neon lights. It's not, it's literally giving Dirty December vibe. Because you know the clubs in Nigeria, they be serving hot food there. You could be clubbing, you could be twerking 1 second in hot wings and suya in the next second. That's literally what the club, so it literally gives that vibe anyway.
Oh, sick.
But it was nice. Obviously, it had Covent Garden prices. So I'm like, the local one,
So really, the prices are different?
The prices are different and the portions are different. The prices is higher and the portions are smaller.
Why, these people?
Because I feel like they're in Covent Garden. But it was a nice vibe. They had like live performances and all sorts as well.
Sick.
Interesting. Those were interesting.
Don't be unfair. It was
Excuse
decent,
me?
man.
Sorry?
It was just loud. I didn't expect it to be.
I didn't expect it to be loud. I don't like loudness when I'm eating.
Yeah.
You have to sort out the mic volumes, isn't it?
No, but like...
it was like a...
It's loud music. It's like
thought
they've
it
got
was
a live
restaurant.
DJ. Because they had a stage. They had a stage in
How
there.
big is this venue?
Bro, it's long.
Serious?
It's like from when you walk in, it's one of those venues that look like it's narrow,
Okay.
but then it kind of widens up a little bit. Not that wide inside, but it's long.
Okay.
And there's a whole stage. I told you that, and there's a massive screen. But to be fair, all the NHS have a massive screen where they show like different venues and like all the different venues around the world and people they've hosted, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but it was a club. It looked like Truth, as in Ghosts.
Oh, serious?
Truth. It did. We were just selling jollof rice and stuff in there.
It didn't.
But
It did.
But they tend to
didn't.
change.
Yeah, because remember when Ghost stood on the balcony?
Yeah.
That was the balcony that boy was singing off.
Nope.
No. Brendan and I clearly had different experiences.
So what, the guy did a live performance from the balcony.
There's three of them. There's
Okay.
a girl and there was two guys.
Okay.
I feel like the middle guy was the best one. The one whose mum was there and she was dancing as well.
Alright.
Out of all of them, he was the best one.
It was only a balcony because it had like a fence thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it wasn't a fence, it would just be a stage.
That's what in a restaurant though. Don't you hear that?
Yeah.
A stage in a restaurant is wild. It's giving high table.
To be fair, there's a stage in the Ilford one.
I've been there.
Yeah, there's a stage there, you know.
That's
when
where
you
the guy
come through
mocked me for wanting tea. He was there to be fucking for real.
It's an inconspicuous stage though. As soon as you come in on the left.
Inconspicuous.
On the left.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I didn't like the music aspect. I guess if you want like a late evening, if you actually want a vibe, that is the place to go.
Okay.
But we went there because of where we couldn't go before. And I just wanted silence. I wanted silence. I wanted to eat my food in silence and just with my friend.
I wanted to talk.
I wanted to talk.
I was there shouting.
We were shouting at each other. But it was cool, man. And obviously people that were performing as well. Did you enjoy the performances, Brent?
Yeah.
I love that. That's good.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. It wasn't this. It was just loud music. But a couple of them, that's nice, man.
Was it like a performance night or was it like a...
We don't know.
You don't know.
We don't know.
Was there like an MC?
Yes, there was a host as well.
Okay. Two MCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up Enish, man.
I'm laughing so hard.
I don't know, because I might like that particular format in a bigger place.
Crying.
But it was it wasn't small, but it was narrow.
It was narrow.
It felt like we walked into a hall, right?
Yeah.
In the first place. I'm like, okay. And then... Didn't expect it.
Oh, but
It's
yeah,
like
there
a
was
full
MCs and all
program.
sorts.
It was
So?
a full program. Next
was
up
a
is
full
such and
night.
such. And then they had a little interview afterwards.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Food and entertainment might be
Like-
a good
Who the interview?
performance.
It was basically like a talent show.
Okay.
I mean, at one point, Brentford was a karaoke.
Yeah.
But there was an artist there that plagiarized a few artist songs.
Okay.
And then when he talked about his favorite artists, he didn't say the people that he plagiarized. And I was like, you might want to shout out Lil Kesh because I heard his verse in your music. But basically, it was kind of like that. So the two MCs were there, and then they introduced the person, and the person comes and does their music. Then they ask them, what's it called? Like, what's your socials? Who would follow you? Have you got anything up, like, coming out? But I personally felt like it was a bit much.
Okay.
For when I'm trying to eat my amala and such.
Okay.
It just felt like it was just a bit.
I hear you.
Because then because basically they also want you to interact.
Yeah.
I can't woo and yay when I'm eating pepper.
Yeah.
What kind of?
Yeah.
Get in an ambulance. It's not going to work.
Sure.
So there was that. And then one of the guys wanted people to stand up and dance as well. Of course, I was
How
going to do
does
that.
this work?
His mum did though. Big up auntie. She was a vibe.
But she came there for him.
She did. She and the family came there for him. To be fair, he shouted her out as well. That's how much talking time they give them after the performance. It was interesting. It was cool. So big up Enish for putting young talents on
100%,
board.
man. They done well.
Yeah, they did well. So Brent, let's get into the food.
Yes, exactly.
So when we got there, I was just hungry. Like I was dry because I was hoping when we were going anyway, they were gonna have some food because I hadn't eaten all day, and I said I'm about to pass out. So obviously, as soon as I said, "Oh, let's go to Enish," because I said, "You know, blah blah." So Brent decided to give me the task of what to order.
Okay.
I didn't know this is what was gonna happen. I didn't know because we're in an African restaurant.
I won't say African.
No, Nigerian restaurant. Sorry,
Okay.
this was the vibe.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. So I said, what I came here for, what I'm craving is fried rice. He was like, I'm going to get jollof rice, but he wanted to try more things. So he's like, I want to try traditional. But then he started by saying he didn't want anything heavy.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh,
Wait.
rice then, bro.
Wait.
You said that.
When?
Before you went into, you want to try traditional
To
food.
be honest, I didn't, but sorry, I don't mind this for this entertainment piece.
We're not doing this today. What we're not going to do is
What
this.
is this heavy?
I don't know. So when you said that, because when you said you don't want something heavy, my mind straight away went to like pounded jam and stuff like that. You're not going to like that. That's okay, well.
Maybe it's the din. Maybe what I said, that's what you heard. But I would never say I don't want pounded yam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So you don't know that. We see that as
That's a mainstay.
heavy food. Yeah. So for us, if you tell a Nigerian you don't want heavy food, that's the solids. That's the eba, the amala, blah, blah, blah. That's why, yeah. Anyway. But anyway, we had the solids. So what we got efforiro, which is spinach, and pounded jam, and he wanted assorted meat. He wanted to eat the tripe. What was on the screen yesterday?
Okay, well done.
He had all of that. That's good for him.
I've had tripe before though.
Okay.
As in my country.
Oh, okay. That's fair. So he had a Nigerian one yesterday. And then I got abula, it's called. So that's amala, ewedu.
I said I didn't want anything tough. The tough meat. I don't want any of the tough meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
I think the loud music and the performances.
Yeah.
So when he said tough, even though he was right here,
Yeah.
when the word translated to me through the music, it said hard. But okay, that's fine.
Go.
Yeah, so we had the amala, and that comes with ewedu, gbegiri, and stew. And I had beef because I don't do assorted things. And then for the starter, we had the gizzard and plantain, barbecue wings, moi moi, and puff puff. So I didn't even know they do. Yeah, but I didn't know they do puff puff at Enishes. It's never on the menu, but it was there.
Oh, was it?
So I wanted to ask. I think it might be a secret menu, and I wanted some of that because the puff puff. I was thinking about it on my drive this morning
Serious.
Cheers. That good.
because it had like a
Understand,
nice
understand.
Was it like a synonym?
cinnamon.
Yeah.
No, but basically it had like a syrup over it, but I'm sure I was tasting like salted caramel
Okay.
because it was giving me like Biscoff vibe, and it had like powdered sugar on it.
Okay.
It was very nice. We got videos. Oh, should I have sent you the videos? Because you haven't got the TDA thingy on there, have you? And it's clear on mine actually.
Okay. Yeah, can you email it to me, please?
Okay.
My email address though, not the new black one.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
So
The puff-puff tastes really nice.
the puff puff was banging. Puff puff was nice.
How much was the pop off though?
No,
It was complimentary. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why she's saying it's probably a secret menu if it. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
because we spent so much money. I think they gave it to us with like, ooh, here's a little selection of balls.
What's mel drop? Okay. I
It's
eat
too
bowls.
big. But still, yeah, send it with meal drop.
Okay. Yeah, so that was really nice. So Brent, what was your thoughts on the
All right. So I
Starters.
really wanted to taste Nigeria, right? She
Yeah.
said that this felt like Lagos. So I wanted to taste Lagos in my mouth. You get me? I even
So why is your friend like this? What is wrong with him?
even when the waitress came and she stood there, I was
First of
looking at
all,
her clean face.
She's really
No
pretty girl.
pimple face.
Very lovely,
And I
beautiful
was
girl.
like, this can't be from Nigeria. So I had to ask her, where are you
Excuse
from?
me?
Can you imagine?
Go back.
Racism. Black.
Because this segment is about
She
to end.
didn't look Nigerian.
First of all, yeah.
Terrible.
Nigerian women are very pretty and very lovely
100%.
and have beautiful skin.
Facts.
So you need to close your damn mouth over there. That's what you need to do.
I like
Dirty
that you did
mouths.
that.
Hey, can you imagine?
I like that you did that because what I said, it could have been taken as
No, it
though
was that.
I was saying there weren't any people like that in Nigeria. I've never been to Nigeria.
Yes,
Do you
it's one
understand?
that you, but you know
I've
Nigerians.
never been to Nigeria.
But you know Nigerians.
100%. But I also know West Indians. And she had a face that looked West Indian.
So you should have just said that.
But I did.
You didn't
But I
get- you
didn't-
didn't-
I didn't finish. I didn't clarify
No,
or
your
elaborate
your
on my
sentence was done.
stupid statement.
Yeah, your sentence was done. Anyways, right. So imagine I said to this girl, yeah, can we get a gizzard and plantain? She's repeating that. She's putting in the little iPad talking about gizzard and plantain. I said, excuse me? Ma'am?
Imposter.
Imposter. And then that was later on is when Brent asked her, like, oh, where are you from? I said, no. I said, I'll tell you where she's from. Not Nigeria. Because when I said it, as if she corrected me and I said, in a Nigerian establishment. Big up her there, lovely girl.
She's from Jamaica.
She's Jamaican. So
That
he
makes
recognizes
sense.
his people. That's good for him.
Yes.
Anyway, so starter, right? So the puff puff, we know that was nice. The moi moi, because you didn't want moi moi.
Only because each time I eat it, it runs through my bottom. And I didn't
Yeah,
know
'cause
when.
beans.
Yeah, I didn't know when it would hit me. I didn't know how long we'd be there. You understand? It was entertainment. There was good food. I don't know. But I love moi moi.
Yeah, so that was nice.
Yeah.
Do you think that was nice though?
Yeah.
It was nice. It was very nice and fluffy.
Yeah.
I do have a criticism about it, but I feel like they always make around a bit. They leave it to steam a bit too much.
So you get around. It's a bit.
So it's a bit
too-
hard.
Oh, hard. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard. And it always happens. Every Enish I go to, I don't know what the situation is, but let's sort that out. Gizzard and plantain,
The gizzard was too.
hard.
Yeah.
I feel like the ones, because when I've been to Enish, I've been to the Camberwell. The one I tend to go to if I'm going to go is like the Camberwell one. There's like two in Camberwell.
Okay.
I go to one of those ones. I feel like theirs is nicer than that one.
Okay.
Because it just wasn't very... Why are you laughing? I'm in the comments. Say, what's someone saying? Who do I need to add this morning? Because I've got time.
Let me go and check and remove that person.
Nobody.
I've been blocking people as well, so I've got time.
Ah.
So yeah, the gizzard and plantain. Yeah, the gizzard was too hard. I feel like that could have been a lot. It could have had a different experience.
I don't think I'm ever going to come on here and everybody just knows that like I say stuff for entertainment.
Okay.
There was a time when I was on Meetings After 7, I told people, look, I'm aware that they're listeners, right?
Yeah.
I'm aware that they're probably tuning into this, looking for a distraction from their norm, right? Their mundane, right? So I lean into that heavily. And I don't really mind which character like anybody wants me to play, just as long as it brings entertainment.
Yeah.
Because I go all over the gap. I go all over the gap.
Oh, we know. Why are you doing disclaimer? Did someone...
No, it's because I'm thinking maybe I really did offend with the whole Nigerian comment, and I don't want to do that. Right?
Oh no, I don't think. No, I didn't.
You may understand that I was just doing it for stupid reasons, but someone who's just taking me in for the first time.
Oh no. Brent is surrounded by a lot of Nigerians. He ain't never called me ugly.
Yeah, I mean that's like I have a best friend that's Nigerian.
Who, Emmanuel?
No, that's.
I say he's Ghanaian. What's going on here?
No, it's like saying that.
Oh, you know how white people say, "Oh, I've got a black dog."
Yeah. So maybe I should up that a bit and say my last sexual lay was.
Don't do that. No.
I was just joking.
Lay?
You
know what is lay? Who the hell says lay? That's nice though.
Is it?
I'm a last sexual lay.
Racist people also do that kind of stuff.
They do.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, just let this go. Let's just let it go.
Yeah.
All right, barbecue wings.
Yeah. So, like I told you, you asked me if it is. They just sprayed the barbecue on it.
Yeah, because I wasn't gonna try it.
Yeah. But
With
I think they were nice wings.
Yeah, they were nice wings.
Yeah.
They were nice wings.
They were tender. So, boom.
Yeah, to be fair, it was off the bone.
Yeah, but it's not traditional Nigerian. So
It's not.
I didn't really say, all right, this is well done.
Yeah, because I've had peppered wings before from the same place we're talking about, and it just felt like it was just stew. It just felt like stewed wings, and it just wasn't great. Okay, well the starters weren't that great, if I'm being honest. But okay, main, that's the main thing. The main. So what did we have? So you had the pounded jam, efori raw, and assorted meat. Thoughts?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like what tasted like cartilage.
Oh, it's
okay.
That's
What is that?
It's what is it in English? I don't know what it's called in English, but it's basically like meat. You know, like that meat that's like got a bit of bone in it, but that's chewable bone. It's cartilage.
Oh, gristle.
No, sorry, I don't know what a gristle is. It can't be that. It's it's that chewable bone. I can't remember what is it called in. I can't remember what it's called.
And what? It was a separate part. Or
No,
was
it's
it
like
part
no,
of-
you know, like sometimes you get it with meat.
Yeah. But did it come? Oh,
Yeah.
Was yours with the meat or was it like
It's on
separate?
its own.
No, it was in the
It was part of the
spinach.
assortment.
Yeah.
Part of the spinach.
Oh, it's probably thingy stockfish. Manla.
You talking about stockfish?
Fish. It wasn't fish.
Can't be stockfish.
What was it? What did
Why
what,
was
what did you describe?
Assorted meat has fish in it?
No, what did
No,
you describe
it's-
as first?
I said it was cartilage. And then I said, when it is you said something, I said, oh, gristle?
Was it on its own? And it's like just a small piece, right?
When you say on its own, you realize, you saw my plate. You saw that I had the pounded jam,
Yes.
and then I had the bowl
With the
spinach
effort and yeah.
so
And the meat was in there.
Or the meat? Oh, the assorted meat was in the spinach as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's something. But what I'm saying is, how do I describe it? Was it like one of the meats, one of the pieces in the
I
spinach?
ate several, so I think it was supposed to be in there.
Yeah. So I think it's fish, it's stockfish, because that's part of it. Because when you say assorted, it was
No, but
assorted meat, though, to be fair.
Fish?
I don't think it was.
Or like, you know, like that
It's the
that crayfish.
Fish should never taste like that.
No, you know. I
It's
hate
like
it.
dried fish.
I know what you're talking about, but I think he'll be able to. He would say, "Oh no,"
It's not that.
but I think he's talking about. Oh man,
It's difficult. I wish it.
I hate it, but what is it called? It's like there's no nutrition to it. It's just like
Yeah,
fat.
yeah.
It's like fat, right?
If it was fat, it was gristly, like fat. Like it was.
Somebody.
Yeah, it's what I'm talking about, but I can't.
Cow foot.
Oh, was it cow foot? Have you ever had cow foot?
It's possible. That now makes sense. Yeah, it could be.
No, it's cow
Yeah,
foot.
I think it's cow foot.
Yeah.
That's what I hate it.
I've never had cow foot in my life, you know.
But I guess it could be the gristle on the cow foot.
I'm consistent. I like feed my mouth. All right.
That had no value at all, other than just a different texture in my mouth.
Texture. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. Okay.
And
So
I'm a big fan of spinach.
Okay. So do you like that
that
then?
way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have tried some of yours actually. 'Cause I've never actually tried their spinach.
Yeah. Yeah,
Should've
but
tried
I love that dish.
It was nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you like mine?
Yes.
My amala,
Yes.
ewedu gbegiri,
Yes.
and stew.
Yes.
Banging.
Yeah.
Because I like their portion. Obviously, when it came, your brain was like, oh, that's a lot. But trust me, if you see the other dishes, the way they serve it, because it's Covent Garden, like it's got a nicer presentation.
Okay.
It's like on a flat, you know those flat, deep plates.
Yes.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's not deep. It's not a bowl.
Yeah.
It's flat, but it's just got like that much.
Just a bit of
between.
a-
Yeah. So they spread it across there and then pour the, and that's to be fair, that's like actually how you eat it back home, because they always press it
Yeah,
and then
put
pour.
the thing-
Yeah. But in the other dishes, they do like a deep bowl. It's like a boat.
Yeah.
And then, so your food is just swimming. So when I dig in, I don't know, it's like a Kinder surprise. I don't know if it's amala or beef going in my mouth. I don't know. I just know something's going in there kind of thing. So I like the fact that I could actually see the amala itself
Yeah.
and see the meat itself. And that portion wasn't too much. I've never ever finished it when I go to other Enish. Like, I will literally have a few bites and I'm like, okay, I'm done now.
Too much.
And I wouldn't really, I would just be like, I'm done. And I know that I'm not going to eat when I get back home anyway. So
So you was happy with a smaller portion size?
for this dish.
For this dish, okay,
Because it's
cool.
so overwhelming. I'm like, amala is heavy, you know? Because even when they sell it, when they serve at people's weddings,
Yeah.
it's this same deep dish.
Yeah,
Because I went to
yeah.
my cousin's wedding, Mum was like, oh, they've got it. First of all, I can't be eating from anywhere because my stomach and all, so I'm out of business. But I was like, I've eaten, like, why is people eating this massive portion? And that's why we have bellies in our community like that. I'll be very honest with you. That's why the stomach muscles are weak. Because the portion sizes for swallow is mad. So that portion was a lot nicer.
Okay.
And I feel like it just tasted a lot nicer, that one dish. Me.
I did tell Esther that I don't know anybody who would call themselves someone who enjoys food
Yeah.
and not love this food.
They say it
Impossible.
properly.
Huh?
Which food?
Food where it's messy.
No, I want
In
to say
Mags is.
I want to say
terminology.
Nigerian. I'm trying to help you PR. Bloody hell, you're just too fat for five today.
No. Oh, I didn't know what you're doing.
I wanted to
don't
say
do
Nigerian
serving.
food.
Jesus me. So yeah, so in my mind, I'm thinking if Max came here and he sat down, yes, it would be quote unquote messy, right?
But he would
It
enjoy
be
it.
liquidy.
Yeah.
But there's no way when you put this in your mouth, you're
Yeah.
not going to basically go to heaven. Impossible.
But
That's what it's like when you put Nigerian women in your mouth. So we're lit. Don't you dare clip that up. Don't you
Sunday morning.
dare.
Sunday morning, bright and
When I'm in church, lift my holy hands.
All right.
Big up Nigerian women and Nigerian men.
100%.
They look great.
So what, did you people eat the traditional way or did you use cutlery?
Again, that's
Yeah.
what I missed. This is what I couldn't do because I didn't even wash my hands when I came into the establishment.
You got toilets.
Are you right? Nah,
That's why I had to use a spoon.
That music and the performance definitely mess your brain.
That's why I had to use a spoon.
So do you remember saying to me that you did not want to use your hand? If you deny that, so I'm going to throw my iPad at your head.
But
Do you remember that? Because I then went to you.
But what I've said doesn't negate. I don't understand.
Okay,
I
no,
didn't
wait,
want
wait,
to use
no,
my
no.
hand because
Wait a minute.
it was
Man,
dirty.
him saying that that's what he missed. He had even washed his hand when he came into the establishment.
He had even.
I didn't.
What did you say? You just said that.
I didn't wash my hands, so I couldn't
Yeah, he
use
said,
my
that's why I
hands.
said there's
Oh, he said
toilets.
it didn't?
Yeah, he said it didn't.
Oh, I thought you said you even washed it. I was thinking,
Well, you know I didn't. You walked in with me.
That's what I was like. Are you
Like
alright?
that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, you were playing along.
That's what I was thinking. No, I
Okay.
wasn't playing along.
Oh, you didn't catch that. Okay,
No, I was gonna call you a liar on air.
Yeah,
What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah,
No. Yeah,
because
because I said to him, I said, even at home, I don't use my hands to eat it.
Oh, is it?
For several reasons. First of all, sometimes some of the ingredients can stain your nails.
Okay.
My manicures are too expensive for me to be doing that, firstly. Furthermore, because our food, sometimes you've washed your hands, but you can still smell it in your fingertips.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't really...
He's saying that like that's a good bit.
So I don't really want to be moving on with my life, doing things, and I'm getting whiffs of F4. So I just rather use a fork. But when it's amala, I use a spoon. If it's F4 and stuff, actually, I still use a spoon, actually. I just feel like it just makes it...
It's so unusual for me. I never forget, I shouldn't say this on there.
Oh, it's too late, we're here.
But I remember I was a kid, oh, man. Okay, how do I edit this story a bit? All right, anyway, right? So, basically, we had someone staying with us, when we was a kid, innit? Yeah. And obviously, when I think back, obviously she was like, I guess not even 30 yet. So which is basically normal, innit? But you know when you're a kid and you see them as an auntie or uncle,
yeah.
they seem like big, innit?
It's so funny that. Yeah.
Exactly. So basically, she was dating this guy, innit? Right? And this guy's come to the house and she's prepared food for him. And I've seen this guy eat with cutlery. I thought he was a maniac. It's the first time I've ever seen this in my life. So
Please, what was he eating even? Please don't say rice.
No.
Okay.
It was proper, like, what was it?
Like
It might
Eba,
have
that
been
kind
Eba
of
or
stuff.
something.
Okay,
yeah. And I thought, who does this? What type of person is he?
You didn't know. You look at you're gonna get there. You understand one day.
And then after that traumatic experience, right? And I've forgotten about it. Again, I have to big up my guy Andre.
Yeah, big up Andre.
I think we must have went to somewhere, right? Or maybe we were just chatting, and he was like, "Oh, he eats with cutlery, like as in like Eba or like fufu because he's Ghanaian." I was like, "How
Why would
and
you do
why?"
that?
You know what I'm saying? And I never got it. See, even to this day, I think I might have done it once, and I don't even remember when. But a part of me feels like I might have tried this madness.
Nice lit. Especially so you see when you're eating something like okra, ewedu, like basically, right, with your hand, you're limited on the amount of soup you can carry with this swallow.
I don't think so, you know.
No,
But
because
anyway,
then what happens is if you want to get enough soup, you start to slurp at the table, and that's just bad table manners.
It's needed.
You start doing all of that stuff is unnecessary. But with a spoon, it's just that, and I look classy doing it.
But when you use a spoon, doesn't it like the okra kind of just go over the side of the spoon as well?
Nah,
So how like is the quantity good enough though?
it's great. That's why it's better to use a spoon than a fork.
But do you know
A fork limits you.
See, you can't use a fork. No way.
A fork is like just dipping. I mean, I used to use a fork, but then I found a lit way with a spoon. I said, this is great. A fork is basically like dipping a chip in ketchup. Don't really get the full effect. But a spoon, like, because you can have, like, when you say the amala is at the tip of the spoon, right? Some of the soup can fall behind it.
Yeah.
So when you have, it's like enough to just...
Okay, I get you.
I mean...
it must be something you have to learn because...
Yeah, it's a skill. I've been doing it for years now.
But do you know what I like as well though? I like, for example, right? You know when you get the pounded yam, for example.
Yeah.
And then you put it into the stew or whatever, and then you eat. I'm one of those who sometimes takes a bite and then puts the remainder back into the...
double dip.
I can't double dip with the spoon.
Yeah, you can't double dip. That's just...
You know what I'm saying?
That's disgusting. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I just can't use my hand. I haven't used my hand in years.
Serious?
Because the thought of it, it's just messy. I just don't like stress. I'd rather just use a cutlery and I'm out of there.
I feel weird, you know.
Nah.
So what does the knife play a role as well?
Yeah, so the knife comes in when the meat's tough.
So that means you use all three. So you use the knife.
Yesterday I used all three. Typically I don't, because sometimes the meat is not hard.
Okay.
But yesterday there was one of the pieces I was having an issue with, so I had to put the spoon to the side, get a fork and knife. Okay. Then after that, it was a whole thing. I said, but then that's the thing though, because even with a fork and knife I can just slice with the meat. If I'm using my hand, I'm doing all of this.
Yep.
Now there's stew in my eye. Now it's a whole thing. Like it's just, yeah, man. Life is different when you use cutlery. It just works better.
You know, Pastor Jack in our old church Emmanuel, Mr. Hampshire.
The old white man.
Old white man.
Yes.
So we invited him.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he's still kicking it up.
Oh, that's nice. Man.
We invited him over Sunday for a meal, right? And
As in recent?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
I was getting excited.
No.
He's a nice man.
Why?
Just very calm and...
Why?
You know what I mean? Just very calm and you don't mind like too much of your business.
You know he's Jamaican.
Who? The white man?
Yeah.
How
Why
that
does
work?
this sound familiar though? Because I feel like you've said this to me before. Yes.
Yeah.
He's not even joking.
Nope. So basically, his mother went into labor on a trip to Jamaica.
Nice.
And he's got a Jamaican
Passport.
Anyway, so we had roti and curry on that day. Curry.
Sorry, man. Do you think he was the victim of Windrush?
A victim of Windrush.
Oh, like they sent him back already?
Yeah. Like, can you imagine? White man. Jamaican passport. Sent back.
I mean,
Is it too early?
I wouldn't have minded. But I feel like someone calling about the whole using your hands thing in cutlery.
Better behave, my friend.
Can you call back? Because I haven't engaged it yet. Thank you.
I can see people
Alright,
having
now
heart
you can
attacks
call
in that
back.
thingy.
So we were having roti and curry goat. And obviously we're tucking in.
Oh, with your hands.
That's how you eat roti and curry goat. There's no other way to eat it. There is no knife and fork thing.
This is what I thought, man.
Yeah, but give me a...
Wait.
Put me in front of roti, I'll let you know if there's another way.
Wait a minute.
Because...
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
With the meal that I ate yesterday,
Yeah.
in my head, there's no way, if I see that for the first time, I'm thinking, let me get my knife and fork or spoon.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when Emmanuel is saying, he thought with the roti and the curry goat, he thought, yep, you got to use your knife and fork. How?
No, I'm agreeing. That's what I thought with like
No,
our foods.
He's saying
Our
that
foods,
because you said there's no way to use a knife and fork.
Yeah.
He said, no, I thought the same about my food. But
Okay.
put me at the table, I'll let you know if there's a way.
All right.
Because you eat your doubles with your hands.
Yeah.
I eat that with fork. I eat with fork.
Did you put it on the plate?
No, because my mom was talking to me.
Explain how you ate it. I don't understand.
Basically, I got home. My plan was to put this down, go and get changed, the Jimmy unwind and whatnot, right? My mom was telling me a story. It is a story when she hasn't seen me in a while, so it's a story.
Yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, 1 second, caller. So I'm just standing there by the microwave. I wanted to warm it. I just thought, do you know what? I just started eating it. By the time she was done with her story, I was done with the doubles. I used the fork.
So you did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I ate all of it. Slapped. Morning, caller.
Hello, good morning. My name's Lexi, first time caller,
Morning,
regular
Lexi.
listener.
Big up,
Big up
Lexi.
you.
I'm from night shift. I've just looked in and I heard blasphemy from Esther.
I
You
knew it.
cannot eat with knife and fork. It must be with your hand. It's one of my pet peeves as an African to see people eat our cultured food with a knife and fork. And my British-born children are learning how to eat it properly with their hands, and they enjoy it. They love it. I'm from Ghana. They are lapping up tilapia, shito, and banku with their hands. No knife and fork, please. That is blasphemous. That's all I wanted to say.
I love that for them, but again, this is my vibe.
And the nest
paid-
is part of the enjoyment. It's part of the enjoyment.
Trust me, I enjoy the food very well with
I
clean
can't.
hands.
I
can't lick your fingers.
Even at a wedding, I'm not even gonna lie, even at my sister's child, I had to get down my kenke. I couldn't do it with a knife and fork. Sorry, could not.
No.
Not
To be
allowed.
fair, though, you guys are missing the point, though. I use a spoon, not a knife and
No,
fork.
you're
I use a
missing
knife and
the
fork to cut
point.
that hard meat.
No, we need hands, please. E-man, it's a hand
It is.
situation. I agree. 100. It's blasphemy.
But is it
I think it's absolutely blasphemy to eat with knife and fork.
You use a
You
comment to
can't.
lit side, you know.
But to be fair, yeah, is it difficult for you, like, you know, with like nails done, all of them type of things there?
I mean, it's part of the eat, and you sort that out after. That's me. That's just me. I just can't eat it any other way. I refuse. I don't understand it. I was born here, and I learned how to eat kenke, banku, fufu the only one way, and that's with my hands. I can't do it any other way. And that's how my children are learning as well, same way. That's the most African thing about me when it comes to anything. It's my food. I don't mix and match with anything. No British culture in that one. That's strictly African.
That is so funny. I
love
love
it,
that.
Love it.
Love you guys. Take care.
Appreciate you. Take
and
care.
everybody like the video. I don't understand the video every time on entry. Please like the video. Love you guys. Take care.
Thank you,
Thank
lovely.
you. Have a good day.
Have a nice
Lexi.
day.
Bye.
Bye. What were we saying before? I can't remember.
I was talking.
Oh yes, you were.
So, yeah. So he was sitting down. We were obviously talking and everything.
Yeah.
And he was there looking at us, kind of puzzled. And Daddy was like, "Is it okay?" And then he was like, "Yes. I don't have any cutlery." Everybody started laughing. Everybody started laughing because he was sincerely asking where's
the cutlery? Like, you guys forgot
to use to eat. You can't start without eating, right? Yeah. Even though he saw us
eating, yeah.
eating, he's like, "This is not for me.
That's y'all.
It's not for me."
That is so funny.
So Mommy got him a knife and a fork, and he fought it. He fought it. Because if you see roti, and obviously it's thin.
Yeah.
You understand? So he had to cut it up and then mix it with this, that, and next. But he took forever to eat that cat, man.
Of course it would. But now even my hands, I feel like I've paid my dues, man. I've did that all my life. When I was younger. It's just the stress of all the time. I'm just sending the videos individually and I've sent them now. It's just the stress of having to like get up, wash your hands. That's why the whole bowl, bringing a bowl with water and all that. Excuse me. Hello, everybody. Let's all do what we need to do. But it slaps though. When you use the spoon, it's the way forward.
And the length of your nails, does it limit you as to how?
Not necessarily. It wouldn't. But I think what it is, I've eaten food with my nails before, and depending on what color nails I've got, like I've seen it discolor it. So now like I've got like a yellow or like curry stain, and I just don't need that. It's just that, and also it's like it's a lingering scent. To be fair, I wash my hands with like lemon water anyway.
Oh, is it?
So I'm like, no, not lemon water. See, I've been cooking like Nigerian food or whatever. I will wash my hands with lime juice, lime or lemon juice. That helps take your finger off. I just don't like the stress of it. I just like to eat and go. Like, so yesterday, if I'd eaten, then I can just go. I just got up and left the restaurant. Rather than go and wash my hands and da-da-da-da. It's just all long. And I'm a German fan. I just feel like there's germs everywhere for me to be peeling all them germs and stuff like that. Yikes. So, yeah. Have you got the emails?
Nope.
Well.
Did you just send it?
Yeah, I did. Because I clocked the other ones and said, oh, no, why is it all of it not sending? Yeah, that's a shame, man.
Too big.
I don't even know.
It's on your story, no?
It is on my story, but I didn't know if you could access it from there.
I think so. Hold up.
Okay, hold on. And second, y'all.
But Inish, man, they're doing really well, to be fair.
They are, you know, because this is like, what, the 11th branch or something?
Something crazy like that, man.
They've got 2 in Dubai. They've got 1 Oxford Street, 1 in... Not that one. That's what people are cussing me for. Not that one either. There we go. Nope.
What's this?
Big up Yemi. She's got ad campaign with... that's Don't Jealous Smith's wife. Got ad campaign with Cetaphil. Beautiful couple.
Big up, Yemi.
Check out their podcast. Beautiful couple. Yes. So that's the puff puff.
Oh, that's some new age
Barbecue wings. Trust me. That was the moi moi, and then that's the F4 and the pounded jam.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
Oh, I'm so hungry. And that is amala.
Yeah, man.
Just imagine that with tofu.
And then that's assorted meat. Okay.
Don't talk.
Let me silly. What are we doing here?
I'm gonna show you the left. The left is where I took a bit out. There, that's me. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, so that's me. And that's the assorted meat, the fried rice and plantain.
Looks so rich.
It does, doesn't it? And that's the fish, fried fish, and jollof rice.
God damn.
And that's me and bread. People not minding their business. Yeah, man.
That looked good, you know.
It did look good. It was actually really nice. Did you enjoy your experience there?
Yes.
I think to go back. I definitely need to take Marks there though. Cause I feel like he just needs to sit down and like just stop this foolishness.
Yeah.
And
I
actually
could
just
picture
the
him
food.
screwing up his face whilst he puts the food in his mouth.
But I can see him like.
But then he'd be like,
Actually.
But does Margs like hot, like peppery things though?
He's Jamaican. He
it
does.
wasn't really peppery.
That's what he does. He does.
No, it wasn't peppery. But
It wasn't that, but to be fair, that if you're not used to spice, you will feel
That's what I'm
spice.
thinking.
Because even
this jerk chicken,
if
done proper,
it's hot.
yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll be fine though. I feel like he'll be fine with it. But it's not like uncomfortable. You got stomach pain. Spice. To be fair. But yeah, man, it was good, man. It was really fun. Did you have a great time?
Yes.
Yeah?
I
And it's good
enjoyed
reviews?
being in Lagos.
Yes, it actually did feel like Lagos with the music going on, and there were these guys just doing what they're doing, and I was like, oh, this is how Nigerian men, Lagos men move, all confident, doing something in the background. It was nice. It was fun. Big up
They
Ellis,
were
man.
cheering on the people on stage, though, man.
They were, which is lovely.
Yeah.
It was very nice. So, and big up the performers. So, yeah.
Big up.
It is Black History Month, and I look at the time we haven't gone to the first segment. It's all part of it. So let's get into Black History Month.
All right, people. So welcome to the Black History Month segment, Lest We Forget.
Yes, we forget.
And I thought, you know what? Let's give the people 3 countries today.
Okay.
3 countries.
Yeah,
So,
we run out of days in October.
to see what I'm saying?
Too many of us.
But I thought, to try and give you a little something for the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we're going to start with Angola, the mighty nation of Angola, right? Let's start off with the flag. So I believe the flag's on the screen here.
Yeah.
So the Angolan flag is horizontally striped, red and black, right? Which represents communism and the African people, right? In the center is a yellow emblem featuring a star, which signifies internationalism and progress. There's a cogwheel as well for the industrial workers and a machete. As you know, back home they like to say machete.
Oh, they love her, yes.
It's a machete.
For agricultural laborers, right?
Is that what it's for?
Mm-hmm. And
And when you got beef with your neighbor.
Every single person in Trinidad, if it is that you have a beef on the
block.
motorway, do not get out of your car.
That's
Because
so
as
crazy.
soon as it's a road rage thing,
get
someone's
the
taking out
machete
a
out.
machete and they're chopping you up. Don't get out
It's so
of your
crazy because Nigerians, like, the way when they get the machete out, they scrape on the floor.
yeah.
So hey,
Warning.
I'm ready to go. You said step back. Oh, we're ready to go. Oh, black people, man.
In 1975, following a revolution in Portugal, Angola gained full independence, right? Yes, pick up Angola. They got their independence 11th of November, 1975. So next month, we're going to big them up. You know what I'm saying? Portugal's entire colonial empire collapsed, right? Which obviously included some countries that we mentioned before on the show, but of course, the mighty Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, we spoke about yesterday, Cape Verde, and São Tomé, right? Those are all colonized by the Portuguese. The name Angola derives from the word Ngola, right? Which was the title given to Indongo kings, right? Which is a historical African kingdom of the Mbundu people, which was founded around the late 15th century, early 16th century. Funny enough, Angola was also part of the Central and West African Kingdom of Congo. So I remember having a conversation with one guy who's Congolese, and we're just having a historical convo about this, right? And he was talking about how on certain maps, especially back in the day, the Kingdom of Congo really encompassed like a huge amount of Africa. So like obviously right now you kind of just see it in Central Africa, right?
Yeah.
But it stretched all the way across, like even according to him anyway, parts of Nigeria, Cameroon, you know what I'm saying? Like all the way across like West Africa and stuff like that. So yeah, so there was a huge and influential kingdom, and Angola was part of that kingdom. Apparently there's a shortage of men in Angola.
What happened?
Apparently because of war, many men died.
Oh, that's horrible. That's not
Yeah,
nice.
man. It's also a common practice for a man to have several wives
Okay.
because of this lopsided ratio. So those people, they really know how to progress in life. They know the secret
That's
to
so crazy.
a happy life.
I was gonna tag you in, but I said, let me not do this. Let me not do this. This host Nigerian man today. But here you go.
You know what I'm saying? So these people are very wise, and there's so much we can learn from the Angolans.
Is there?
I'm telling you, this.
Send them into war. The girl's been trying to do that. You that will go.
They also have one of the youngest populations in the world, man.
Okay.
Do you remember just yesterday we were talking about Mozambique,
Yeah.
Uganda? Well, apparently almost 70% of the people are below the age of 24. Yes.
That's crazy. How does that work?
It's crazy, man. A big part of this, they say, is attributed to a long civil war in which over 1 million people died.
I wonder what the life expectancy is. Let me Google that while you speak.
Yeah, and basically they've got something called the Calendula waterfalls, and apparently it's a beautiful waterfall in Angola. It's actually like 105 meters high and 400 meters wide. That's huge. Imagine 100-meter track upwards, and then 400 meters wide. Crazy. And it's the second largest waterfall in Africa after Victoria Falls. Yeah.
Oh, nice. It's 62, by the way. The life expectancy.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Let's go to some of the notable foods and dishes. Now, I may butcher some of these, especially this first one. I apologize in advance to my people out there. I'm not even going to pronounce it. So Funge. Because I don't know where to start. It could be that. It could be funge. It could be anything.
That's true, actually.
You know what I'm saying? So please.
It was just funny when you were like, F you, African. Excuse me, where we going with this?
But apparently it's a basic dish that's part of the Angolan diet. And it's the most popular food in their country.
Funge.
That's a white man. You know what I'm saying?
When I used to say white man on that.
Yeah.
Don't be speaking Afrikaan. No. Sir.
And basically, it's made of like flour. So like, flour of corn or cassava. So it's probably very similar to like our swallow and stuff like that. Yeah. The second most popular, and apparently it's a very delicious food.
Was it?
Funge.
Funge.
I'm willing to accept that.
Actually, yeah, because they do speak a lot of French over there now.
Portuguese.
Funge.
Yes. Mofete. I believe it's called mofete, and like I said, it's the second most popular.
Oh, this is fungi.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, it does look like.
It just feels like home, innit? Like
I feel like all our foods just kind of cross over.
Yeah.
Slip.
So the next thing I was saying, mofete, Mufete, and it's the second most popular and it's very delicious food in Angola, right? After fungi. And it's mostly eaten on the weekends at sunset, apparently. Yeah.
This is the same thing? It's something else?
Oh, this is something else. This is mufete.
As in the whole dish is called mufete, or is there an item that's called mufete? Because I'm seeing different things.
This looks like a dish.
Yeah, I think it's an entire dish.
With fish and things there.
Yeah. And it's mostly eaten on the weekends at sunset because it's quite heavy. They say it's a little bit heavy. And after eating it, people just like to relax. You know what I'm saying? They get the itis and just relax. And
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And they've got like a traditional homemade drink, man. Kisangua. And yeah, this originated in the south of Angola by the Ovimbudu ethnic group. So it's originally like a craft drink, but nowadays it's been produced industrially and exported to Europe. And this is also made of the same flour that is used in fungi, right?
Okay.
And some regions also add like pineapple pulp to it and call it pineapple kisangua. So KISSANGUA. KISSANGUA. So yes. There you go. Very refreshing.
Okay. That does look like it's refreshing. It's like it's thick though. It's got the flour in it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a smoothie.
But then again, it could be just, I don't know.
Actually, yeah, you never know actually.
Yeah.
I think black people can't do, to be fair.
Let's get to some of the notable people. The first person that comes to mind is, of course, the legendary Queen Nzinga.
Big up her.
You know what I'm saying? Powerful, powerful African woman.
Big up, sis.
She was known as Nzinga of Indongo and Matamba. And she was the queen of those kingdoms, right? She was born in the family of Indongo. She assumed power after the demise of her father and her sibling. And yeah, she fought for the country, man. You know what I mean? And independence of her kingdoms from them punk-ass Portuguese. You know what I'm saying?
They've been a recurring. They just found their way in every...
Don't mind them, man. Every day mind people's business.
And
her reign lasted 37 years. This woman didn't back down, you know. This is why she's remembered to this day. And rightfully so. In fact, it's the same woman that our lovely Faida was talking about. That she helped in the Netflix documentary to produce.
Yes. I'll say.
Yeah. I did not know. Brent, you know Carvalho,
Yeah.
the guy who played for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Apparently, he was born there.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Apparently, he's represented his country in 2 Europe. Yeah. Anyway, him. Jose Eduardo dos Santos. He's an Angolan politician. He served as the president of Angola from 1979 to 2017. He actually was Africa's second longest serving president. So yeah, man, big up the people of Angola. So like I was saying, the next country, let's go on to Botswana. So Botswana is the official English is apparently the official language in Botswana. Setswana is the local language, and that's the most spoken language throughout the country. But the official language is English for some reason. There are 18 main tribal languages, though, that's spoken throughout the country. And it has a population of about 2 million people, right? So, but in relation to its size, it's the most sparsely populated country in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. In fact, you know Taylor Swift's music video called Wildest Dreams?
Yes.
Apparently it was shot there.
Okay. Look up Taylor.
Yes. And yeah, about 80% of Botswana's landscape is covered by the Kalahari Desert. 80%. And one of the 7 natural wonders of Africa is located in Botswana. What was I going to say? Yes. So it's flag, right? It's flag central. Sorry, where the hell was it? Pardon me, guys. Oops. Okay. Apologies. So it's flag, right? It's blue and white. Where was it? All right. So, yeah, they got the flag's got a central black stripe and it's white bordering stripes. Pardon me. Sorry. Anyway, let me get this thingy. This website is just giving me problems.
Oh, that's not great.
Sorry, my people in Botswana.
Not the people in Botswana.
Yeah, man. All right, but anyway, Botswana has Africa's highest concentration of elephants.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Apparently, they got approximately 130,000 in them.
Elephants?
Yeah.
They must see the way we see pigeons. That's
I'm telling
crazy.
you, it's crazy, yeah, man.
Imagine, oh my gosh, I wonder if they this sounds so white of me to even say. But I wonder if they just have randomly, just have elephants walking around. Because you know how white people just think in Africa, it's like Jungle Book. We're all just naked and running around with animals and such. But I wonder if it's just a common thing to just see elephants.
In certain places, it might be the case, you know. I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair. This is why you can go to certain countries and actually have the best safari experience. Yeah.
But I can't do those things.
Why?
Because I'm going into the animal's home. What if it's having a bad day?
Yeah, for real.
And they do be having bad days.
Oh, for sure.
And now here I am. And you know Africa, there's no life insurance. That's the end of that story. I think I was fun at that. That's so lit. And I like the fact that these countries, I hope they're still protecting these elephants and not allowing them to be exported out of the country. I'd even fly an elephant over. What do you get I mean?
Yeah. 100%. Also, like I was saying, it does have one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. That is the Okavango Delta. And it's a massive inland delta that's located in the Kalahari Desert of Botswana. Also, it's one of the best places to actually see meerkats in the wild.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to see a meerkat, go to Botswana. You know what I'm saying? And the name of Botswana's currency means rain. So the pula is the currency of Botswana, right? And it actually means rain in the local Setswana language.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So since much of since much of Botswana is desert, remember I was just saying between 70 to 80% desert, right? Rainfall is a rare event in the country and is therefore seen as a highly valuable thing, and it's considered a blessing, you know what I'm saying? In Botswana, hence the currency being called, translated as rain. So like I was saying, back to the flag. The flag's central black stripe, right, is and its white bordering stripes is like a belief in racial cooperation and equality. So like I said, so it's got the black in the middle and then white on both sides of it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there it is.
That's a really pretty flag, actually.
Yeah. Nice and simple, but it's, you know what I mean?
Simple and, yeah, I like it. I didn't see blue, like that shade of blue much.
And yeah, so that basically just signifies racial cooperation and equality. And the light blue background of the flag is associated with the sky and with water, which, like I just said, is a scarce and precious commodity, given the Kalahari Desert. So yeah, man, big up Botswana. A couple of famous people from Botswana. I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of any of these people. You know what I'm saying? But still got to big them up same way. And one of them goes by the name of Impule Kwelagopi. And she's a woman who was a model and a beauty queen from Botswana, yeah. And she was crowned Miss Universe. In what country? Guess what country she was crowned Miss Universe in?
I didn't.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, yeah. Brent.
In May of 1999. They had Miss Universe there. And that's where she was crowned Miss Universe.
1989?
1999. 1999. She's also been recognised as and honoured as a human health rights activist since she was crowned Miss Universe, right? And she's been fighting particularly against, like HIV, AIDS, and advocacy for youth and women to have a great access to sexual reproductive education and services, things of that nature. So yeah, man. So big up. She's really doing some good work, man. And she's used her crown, her position to really change the world. You know what I'm saying? Another woman who was a sprinter from Botswana. She specialized in 400 meters. And 2004 and 2008, she represented her country in the Summer Olympics. She reached the finals in 2008 Olympics as well. She then went on to compete at the IAAF World Indoor Championships and the World Championships in athletics as well.
Okay.
And her name is Amantile Montshaw. Amantile Montshaw. It's a bigger up as well, man.
Big up her.
And yes, the next country, like I said, I wanted to speak about. Oh, pardon me. So they got their independence on the 30th of September 1966.
I see.
But the next country is Namibia. Now I know somebody in the comments, big up that person. It was like, he's the only listener from Namibia.
No, you don't know that.
You don't know that, exactly.
You don't know that.
You know what I'm saying? And he was just thinking, I guess he was thinking maybe, I think
we're going to forget.
That we're not getting to.
Baby, we don't forget people over here.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you mentioned it. I'm glad you said it. Because I was like, you know what? I'm definitely going to because of that. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, one of the notable people was somebody that I looked up to when I was younger. Athletics, Frankie Fredericks. Remember Frankie Fredericks, bro? Mm-hmm. He's from Namibia. Legendary guy, man.
You said you remember Frankie Fredericks, Brent. You put the camera on me. You know damn well. I would look confused when the camera came on me.
Yeah, he was a legendary guy, man.
Okay.
Competed right at the top. But yeah, so some interesting facts about Namibia.
Okay,
it's home.
big up him.
Yes, there he is.
Oh.
It's home to one of the oldest deserts in the world, right? And that's the Namib Desert, the world's oldest desert. And it's been around for approximately, at least 55 million years. Mm-hmm. No surface water. 9.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of the amazing places and experiences that Namibia is known for. Apparently, they have 30 languages that are spoken in the country. 30 languages. Mm-hmm. So loads of diversity. More than 11 languages are native to Namibia. But obviously, because it's got a cosmopolitan culture, languages from all across the world are spoken in Namibia. It has some of the highest sand dunes in the world. Namibia.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And this one here has the world's most extensive, or I guess it had, the world's most extensive meteorite shower. So the Gibeon meteorite shower is the largest known meteorite shower on Earth, covering a wide elliptical area of about 275 by 100 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
That's like a nice place to visit, actually.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like love history and stuff.
And this particular thing is like I love this because like every now and again when I've kind of looked into history at certain things, especially like proper dating back to like you know what I'm saying. This has always been something that I've seen. And Brent, if you don't mind pointing this up here, this is basically it's like rock art, right? From the Khoisan people. So I'm trying to think of the best way. If you just type in rock art Namibia, I'm pretty sure it'll come up. And so basically the first known inhabitants of Namibia are the San people, right? Who belong to the Khoisan people. So these are like people that many people see as the oldest people alive, in fact.
Yeah.
Right. I believe they're the most genetically diverse people. So yeah, that's why scientists believe that pretty much everyone comes from them. These are hunter-gatherers as well. And they traveled across the vast plains of southern Africa for thousands of years.
Okay.
Do you type in rock art?
Oh, I just
Yeah.
said rocker.
No, rock art. Yeah, man. And apparently they've resided in Namibia for more than 6,000 years. And all this rock art, see all this stuff here?
Yeah.
This is how old that's been there for thousands of years.
That's it.
Yeah, it just shows
They've got a
you.
lot of like historical like
Mm-hmm.
lands and places and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the
Amazing.
Namibians.
Mm-hmm. And also, you know when you're just asking about elephants, do they just roam
Yeah.
free? Well, Namibia has the largest population of free roaming cheetahs in the world.
Them shits are fast.
I'm telling you.
Couldn't be chased by cheetah. I'll just give up. I'll just give up.
Crazy.
That's what we're doing this for. Let's stop.
And Namibia is also home to the second largest canyon in the world. So the Fish River Canyon, which is located close to the border with South Africa, is also the oldest in the world.
Okay.
Oldest in the world and the second largest canyon in the world. And yeah, like I said, there's so many different tribes there. If Brent, you know what? Last thing I want to type in is the Himba tribe, Himba. And yeah, man, they're in the Cuisine region of the country, and they have stuck to their proper traditional ways and beliefs. If you see them, like you would have seen these type of pictures, places.
Okay, yeah.
This is them. You know what I'm saying, beautiful people.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah.
Beautiful skin.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful everything.
These are the definition of mind their own business.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
dead ass.
So yes. We'll quickly wrap up. I just want to mention some of their notable foods as well. The mahangu soup, pardon me. And this is a soup here. It's one of their typical dishes in Namibia, which is made with fish, goat meat, or lamb, and rice.
Okay.
Yeah. And the ingredients are mixed up in an iron pot. And yeah, man, mahangu, or millet, basically, is its main ingredient. Yeah, so MAHANGU and then soup. And they've also got something called miel pap. Yeah, miel pap. And they also make miel, which is basically like corn flour.
Okay.
Soups that are made with the same ingredients as mahangu, the same ingredients that you'd use to make mahangu.
Okay.
I just mentioned. And that's accompanied with peppers and onions, vegetables, which form part of the basic diet of the Namibian people. And yeah, man, they got other stuff, loads of other different things as well. They eat bullfrog as well, you know?
You what?
Bullfrog. Yeah, and basically this is one of the most exotic dishes. Mm-hmm.
What does the animal look like again?
Type in bullfrog, please.
Like a bull.
Frog.
Bull.
Frog. Bullfrog.
It's like two separate animals. Cow-looking frog.
And it's eaten in the north of the country. And yeah, man, they enjoy it over there, man. Look at that.
He's got them on is that him on the sticks? Huh.
Serious, and look how big that is. Yeah.
It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that the bull?
Oh, that's when it's cooked up, yeah? Nice.
Yeah,
I would.
I'm gonna sip that out.
I would.
Yeah.
And I think in one of the pictures it showed how they cooked it. So basically what they do is they cook it covering this like a saucepan with a dry, what they call a omuhongo wood. So it's like a type of wood, right? Omuhongo wood. And apparently that's essential to prevent any poisoning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It was interesting, like how like we don't have technology there, but
This is it, yeah.
as in not that we don't have them now.
Yeah, according
But
to
traditionally, we knew about poisons and all that kind of
100%.
stuff. Not a bullfrog in a sandwich. What the hell is that? No.
So anyone who's like, you know, thinking of going there and you want to try bullfrog, make sure it's cooked the traditional way. That's what they're saying. Make sure it's cooked the traditional way.
otherwise
'Cause that's the
you're taking a
only
risk.
that's the only way you can prevent it.
You're taking a gamble.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We got them. I wonder
And
if our
yeah.
listener eats that. I wonder if our listener eats that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's it.
Let us know, man. So like I said, probably the most notable person, at least to me anyway, is Frankie Fredericks. So big up Frankie Fredericks, man. But somebody called Percy Montgomery, right? And he was born in Walvis Bay in 1974. He went on to play 102 games before he retired. He played, pardon me, he was a rugby player. He was one of many Namibian rugby players.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So he played for South Africa's national side, the Springboks. And then he retired in 2008. So apparently he's a very known person as well. Behati Prinsloo is a known person as well. She is an actor and I believe a model. Yeah, she's a world-renowned model.
Her.
But if you want to type her name in, Behati, Behati.
BEHATI.
And then Prinsloo, PRINSLOO. And she's a world-renowned model. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah. Oh, she's a white person.
Apparently
Sorry,
so.
guys, man. Take that off the screen, man. I
Yeah,
apologize.
but she's from Botswana, though, is she?
Namibia.
Oh, Namibia, sorry. Yeah, but she's from them. Maybe you don't know how they roll over there. Maybe maybe the people are that. Jesus' pastor was a white Jamaican. What are you talking about?
No, he was the deputy.
I was
Deputy pastor
Yeah.
in the church or school.
The judge.
How are they doing deputies in church? You're a pastor, you're not. How are you an assistant pastor?
Because he never used to preach. He just used to stand there saying that he is the right hand to the king.
Jesus or the pastor?
Pastor Blaze.
Was the pastor's name King?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he never got promoted. So yeah, idolating the house of Lord.
But yeah, man, big up Namibia.
Big up Namibia. That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this segment. It's actually really interesting.
And big up Frank Fredericks again. I want to end on a black man.
Oh, yes.
A black person. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't shake it. So yeah, man. Big up Angola, Botswana, and Namibia.
That's right. Okay. Well, let's get into our first headlines then.
Let's do it. All right, so our first headline. 41 Canadian diplomats have recently left India amid a rift over the murder of a Sikh separatist leader on Canadian soil. We spoke about this a few weeks ago. So India has asked Canada 2 weeks ago to withdraw dozens of its diplomatic staff and threatened to remove their immunity if they remained. Can you imagine? Canadian officials called the threat a violation of international law. Relations have been tense after Canada accused India of being behind the 18th of June killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. India has denied the allegations, calling them absurd. On Thursday, Canada's Foreign Minister, Melanie Joly, she confirmed that many Canadian diplomats and their dependents in India have now left the country. She said that India has said that immunity for all but 21 diplomats will be unilaterally removed by the 20th of October, today. So Mr. Joly said that the remaining 21 diplomats are still in India, but the withdrawal means that Canada will have to limit its services in the country due to a shortage of staff. Indian nationals made up the largest percentage of applicants for temporary and permanent residency in Canada last year. Canada has has many more diplomats in Delhi than India has in Ottawa. And since the row between the two countries erupted, India asked Canada for parity in its diplomatic missions. India saying it would remove diplomatic immunity for Canadian envoys is a violation of international law. This according to Ms. Joly anyway. And this is what she was saying at a news conference in Ottawa. She added that Canada will not reciprocate. But she went on to say, if we allow the norm of diplomatic immunity to be broken, no diplomats anywhere on the planet will be safe. That's what she's saying. Officials said that they still welcome Indian nationals who want to visit or move to Canada. Next headline. The Tories, man, I don't know what's going on with those people. But they've suffered 2 heavy by-election defeats, with Labour overturning huge majorities to take Mid-Bedfordshire and Tamworth. The party saw off a challenge from the Liberal Democrats to make history in Mid-Bedfordshire, overcoming a 24,664 Tory majority to win the seat for the first time. In Tamworth, there was a 23.9% swing to Labour from the Tories. The leader, Sir Keir Starmer, said that Labour was redrawing the political map. He went on to say, winning in these Tory strongholds show that people overwhelmingly want change and they're ready to put their faith in a changed Labour Party to deliver it. Tory party chairman Greg Hands said the results were disappointing, but the biggest problem was Conservative voters staying at home. So that's that's what he thinks is the reason. Yeah. So he was speaking to BBC Breakfast and he said, clearly for us, I think it is right that a number of our voters are unhappy with the government. We clearly have a job to do to win them back. With the Tories also trailing in the national polls, the results have provided a boost to Labour ahead of our expected general election next year. Like we've been saying, I really don't know how Labour can lose this. If they lose this,
but
it's impossible.
I think they're going to lose, which is crazy because they're doing Conservatives' jobs for them because of how they're moving with the whole Palestine thing.
But they're not saying anything different to Tories, though.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Because Labour do the whole we're for the people, for the people, right? So whenever they do something, even if they do something from Conservatives, people already expect that from Conservatives. True. They don't expect it from you. So when you do something like that, it hits them harder, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So knowing that they banned all the MPs couldn't go to any protest, they couldn't speak about it, couldn't do that. Like, if you're meant to be for people who are not really quote unquote oppressed in this country, and here you are preventing people from speaking for them, how can you really be for us, kind of thing?
True.
So I actually think because they are doing, because after Rishi Sunak's whole transgender man, woman situation, I thought okay. Labour, if you just keep things cute and quiet, let's see. But now they're making it worse for themselves. So I don't know. I actually, honestly, do not know how this could go. And that's interesting.
It's funny, yeah. In my last paragraph, I have a slight conspiracy. I'll tell you right. So basically, the largely rural constituency of Mid Bedfordshire has had a Tory MP since 1931. So this is why this is so telling.
1931.
Since 1931, Tory MPs, right?
Did they even try? Did other parties even try in that area?
And prior to that, till today, until today, it's never been held by a Labour. Never been held by Labour in its century-long history.
Or maybe they're breaking it then.
That's what I'm saying.
Tories have been in government for a while. So many of them have run through this country.
True indeed.
So.
And the 24,664 Tory majority was the biggest the party had overturned in a by-election since 1945. And Labour's Alistair Strathern secured a win of 20.5% to win by just over 1,000 votes. So basically, it was a three-way fight for the seat. Where is he? Lib Dem's person that was representing them was somebody by the name of Emma Holland Lindsay. She came third with 9,420 votes. And the person who came second, obviously the Tory guy, he got 12,680 votes. But his name made me think, I don't want to be too, you know what I mean? I don't want to be too somehow. But I was thinking, is he the right person to represent these people? Because when I looked at his name is Festus Akim Bosoye. So this is a typical Yoruba man. So I was thinking, do the people relate to him? I don't know. I've never seen a picture of him. Nothing.
But is it like what's it called? Is it a because it could be Nigerian and whatnot.
This is true.
But
it could be like a
meant to be gone in.
This is true.
Kevin Badnock is meant to be Nigerian.
This is true.
So really true. You just don't know.
For real. But at least he came second. You know what I mean? He's trying.
I don't think he's a real Nigerian. Because Nigeria didn't carry last, and he did. He did.
And our last headline, we spoke about this the other day, briefly anyway, and it's about Kay Burley, right? Sorry, Kay Burley from Sky News, right? Yeah. And her breakfast show on Sky News has been hit with over 1,500 Ofcom complaints for the same thing, again, that we spoke about. So basically, viewers said that Kay had misrepresented comments made by the Palestinian ambassador during a discussion on her show on October 10th. The program received a total of 1,537 complaints to Ofcom. Those watching the program said that Kay had repeatedly misquoted the Palestinian ambassador to the UK, Mr. Hazem Zomlot, on 3 occasions. And no exaggeration, I've seen it for myself. She was lying. So basically,
yikes.
Yeah, man, she alleged that he basically said the Israelis had it coming. Yeah, this is what she's saying. He said, she's a bloody liar, right? But in his statement, he said, the loss of civilian lives is tragic on all sides, and that Israel knew this was coming their way.
Yeah.
Complete difference.
That's mad.
Completely different. what I'm saying? He's basically saying anyone can see that the more Israel keep doing their illegal settlements, people are going to react. People don't like being oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can see this happening. Not that the Israelis had it coming. Why would you do that? Like, you could potentially put his life at risk.
Yeah,
You can't say stupid things like this. Anyway, viewers had taken to the internet where they said that Burley's representation and Zomlot's actual remarks is striking and deserves attention. They continue that it's imperative to set the record straight and address this misrepresentation as it holds significant implications for the ongoing situation in Palestine. Correct. As such, we urge the community to take action and register complaints with Ofcom concerning Ms. Burley's inaccurate portrayal and vilification of Mr. Zomlot. So I'm glad people, at least use their time wisely here and reported her to Ofcom for that, because it was bad. It was bad. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the headlines.
Nice, thank you very much. Let's get into what you say in topic of the day. Oh, that's funny. Funny story.
All right.
I find it funny how it's called like topic of the day, but it's so early in the day.
All right. So today's topic of the day, right? It's not even based on Kay Burley's situation, but it's somewhat related because it has to do with journalism.
Yeah.
And this is basically, again, something that we did speak about on maybe Monday briefly, though. And this is about the BBC. So people are upset, right? And talking about the BBC choosing sides. And I know typically, especially as black people, we kind of come on the bad side, come up at least looking on the bad side of people like The Guardian, different news platforms.
Yeah.
Not regularly, not all the time, I should say, but at least every now and again, there's something that reminds us that we're second-class citizens.
Absolutely.
Right? Whether it be just talking reckless about us, saying...
talking about Stormzy putting Giggs' face.
Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? Highlighting Sterling's parts of his life, all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or even just saying nigger on TV, right? so stuff like this, right? And I'm pretty sure, obviously, because of that, we may think a particular thing towards these platforms. But in this particular situation, right, people are saying the BBC is kind of pro-Palestine. Now, obviously, I noticed that a lot of black people, a lot of people in this country anyway, it seems, are pro-Palestine. So maybe does this matter to people? But basically, the situation stems from the fact that the Israeli president said that BBC is basically choosing a side. They're not showing any journalistic integrity, pretty much. And also, there was a situation where, regarding the same thing we were talking about yesterday, with the bombing of the hospital in Gaza, where there was a particular journalist who said, talking to the camera, he said, near the site, near the scene of the atrocity, he was like, this just looks very bad, and to be honest with you, it's hard to see that this could be anything but done by the Israelis. This is what he said. Even though yesterday we were talking about, we still have to wait for conclusive evidence.
Yeah.
And also, like I said, when the BBC refused to call Hamas terrorists, they said, we're going to call them militants because we don't want to choose sides. And people are like, wait a minute, it's not about choosing sides, it's just about dictionary definitions.
And you love to throw the word terrorism around the place, so...
This is it. You
use
know what I'm saying? Exactly. So the question is, do you feel like it's wrong for them to choose sides, right? And if they are choosing a side, is that a wrong thing? Or do we expect news platforms to be impartial on every issue?
I think news platforms should report the news with no bias. And then if you are privileged enough to be on a show, such as TDA, where you are allowed to give your own opinion, then you can give your opinion on stuff. But if I'm tuning into the BBC, CNN, whatever it is, I'm not tuning in for you to give me your opinion or your bias or whatever, unless it's like those panel discussions. Okay. If they're reporting the news, you need to report the news. And you need to report the news without bias. Like on here, we report all news, whether it's something good for our country or bad for our country or whatever it is, we're reporting the news. And I think that needs to be the case. You have to report it without bias.
Okay. Is it really possible to? Because
it's not.
Exactly.
It's not, because the powers that be, the people that are funding some of these networks, you have to do what it is that they say.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, but consider that BBC is state TV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's different.
No, but with BBC, yeah, how does it look if Rishi Sunak, who is the head of the state, well, that's King Charles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he don't really do much. Rishi,
Well,
is the head of
Rishi,
the state.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So he's the one governing the state.
Yeah.
How does it look if he's on there saying, no, we stand with Israel, and then BBC, the nation for the state, that let us know the Queen died, then the sense says, oh no, we're pro-Palestine here. They're all in cahoots. They all have to all have to dance to the same beat of the drum.
But okay, but using that same example, isn't that maybe good for them to kind of be free enough to say what they actually feel, rather than just agreeing with the incumbent prime minister?
But I think if it's a panel discussion, then fair.
Okay, cool.
Panel conversations, that's the time really when on news shows you get to see people's personal opinions on whatever it is that they think, and that's fine. You don't have to. Your thinking doesn't have to be in line with anybody but what you want to think, right? But if it is a case where you're reporting the news, I don't think there should be bias in how it is you're reporting the news based on your personal opinions. Like, if you're going to call Israel a terrorist, like call people what they are for what they're doing, because you called less that. Do you get what I mean? Like, if someone goes crazy in the streets and stabs 2 people, I think the definition of terrorism is got to do. There's a number attached to it where it's like 3 or more, wherever the number is, something or more, right? Is called that. But because obviously, as a state, politically, you're trying to keep relations with Israel. Now you're redefining stuff. Say what it is. So that's where there shouldn't be allowed bias, because if you're going to report the news, then report the news as factually.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Ben, what do you think? Do you feel like it's possible for people to be completely impartial though? Because remember, obviously, the BBC is obviously an institution, but it's an institution made up of people. So wouldn't people's biases, their opinions, spill into it?
You can if you don't have a horse in the race.
Okay.
I believe so.
But with an issue like Israel,
no, there are horses in the race.
Facts. So, how do you expect them to give us the news fairly?
We don't. You shouldn't.
Okay. Does it even matter to you?
No, because I guess I go to the platform I know I want my confirmation bias.
Okay.
People tend to like to watch the stuff that backs up what they believe. I like to hear both sides to see, especially if it is if I don't have a horse in the race, I like to hear both sides to see what's what. Yeah.
But okay, so if you were to try and hear both sides, where would you go? Would you just go to 2 different outlets?
Two different ones. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the ones that I guess I believe don't have a horse in the race, and they're just pushing out the stuff. They tend to be YouTube channels these days.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge channels.
Well, not alternative media, but the new media.
Okay.
Yeah.
And given that BBC is,
Sorry. There's one that I watch, right? And it has a black female co-host and then a white male co-host.
Okay.
And each of them are on 2 different sides of this particular thing. I think he is Jewish himself. And she's so fierce, and she's the command of English and her skill set in arguing a point. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, my mind goes crazy a little bit because obviously that intellect, obviously it titillates me in it. When she like dresses him down and she lets him speak to her, she doesn't like talk over him or anything. It's like she waits patiently and then she will cut back. And then when he gets ruffled, I'm like, yes. Because he's normally the type of guy who would try to snipe. But he became impassioned the day after the incident.
Okay.
And like he cussed. He actually swore.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. He lost his rag. But I kind of like that too, because it showed that he was invested. And in how she responded, she was, all right, cool, I hear that, but hear this too. Do you understand? It's a nice exchange, because after their heated discourse, they then right on cue, on time. All right, that's what we have time for. Thank you for tuning in, blah, 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 blah. And the next time they come around, it's just a continuation. But they keep it entertaining, respectful, and and they deliver their points properly, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the type of news I like to watch, where you hear both sides and there's no holding back, and it's respectful.
Do you feel like, because at the end of the day, right? And again, somebody in the chat just said, news platforms, news reports should be impartial and report facts only, in brackets, and not emails type facts.
Yeah, I need facts much.
But the reality is, yeah, like I was saying, if that particular news platform or broadcaster is funded by particular people, how I feel like it's impossible.
Yeah. You have to do the bidding of who pays you.
This is it.
Yeah.
But with the BBC now, given that it's state funded, we all pay a TV license. This goes to BBC. This don't go to everybody else. This is, what I'm saying? We're funded in the BBC. So since we all have different opinions, isn't it more important for them to try their best to be impartial? Like, you can kind of expect Daily Mail to be some type of way. You can kind of expect The Guardian to be whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they should try to be impartial, 100%.
And if they're not, should
That's
they
when
be...
they get reported.
Yes, but the report has done nothing. Because...
Yeah, 100%, because they will look at things, they laugh, and then they continue.
100%. So this guy by the name of John Simpson, so he's a journalist. He represents the BBC and all that type of stuff. He's the one who basically came out with a comment to say that about this whole thing with the Hamas and how he don't want to call them terrorists, right?
Yeah.
He's got in trouble now, right? And basically he said there's always been like this in the BBC. During World War II, BBC broadcasters were expressly told not to call the Nazis evil or wicked, even though we could and did call them the enemy. Above all, this is according to the BBC document, there must be no room for ranting. Our tone had to be calm and collected, right? But one of the BBC staff members told the Times that what was he thinking of by referencing the Nazis? Why are you speaking about the Nazis?
Why are they in it?
Comparing it. You know what I'm saying? He said it's never a good idea, and particularly not at this moment. Does he not realise how vulnerable Jewish people or Jewish members of staff are feeling? It shouldn't have been repeated by somebody else who was basically quoting him. So he's trying to make a point that at the end of the day, at least he's trying to live what we just said he should be doing, or the BBC should be doing, which is remaining neutral. Don't call people terrorists. Don't be saying this, that, and the third. But like you're saying, terrorists has a definition.
It has a definition. And if they fit the bill,
then call them a bloody terrorist.
Exactly.
And does that mean by not calling them a terrorist, you're then choosing a side?
Yeah, you are. You are, and I think that's what makes it tricky. I don't feel like not being biased means you don't call people what they are, because by that then, what, we're not going to call murderers murderers. You're not going to call abusers, like, because you're trying to be neutral.
Yeah,
you can be neutral, but just report the right news. Don't pick and choose. But that's the problem when you got investors and stuff like that. And a lot of times people think that. I feel like a lot of pockets of life, and I believe in the government as well, the people that are actually controlling these things are not the people that we see. I honestly believe that the people that we see as leaders and whatnot are just the puppets. Like, they're far from leaders. There's a guy at the top that they're listening to, kind of thing. But that's the issue with a lot of these networks and stations and whatever else. It's whoever's funding it and the people that's behind them it's not going to be public knowledge.
Yeah,
it's not going to be public knowledge. But you bet your bottom dollar that they are reflecting the views of the bill payers. But
but that's crazy though, because if we the public are paying for the BBC to be here, pretty much, it should reflect our views.
But we say that though, but are we? We don't know. We don't know. Like, we don't get a receipt every month, or if the BBC does some changes or whatever, like, we don't get an audit. We don't get. All we are told is that your taxpayers, your tax goes towards BBC, your tax goes towards NHS, your tax goes towards this, goes towards that. Yet we're being charged for. You have to pay for TV license, okay? You have to pay ULEZ. You have to pay congestion charge. You have to pay road tax still. You have to pay, like, the whole thing about, like, we're taxpayers, I feel like that's just a lie that's been fed to people to make them feel like we have importance in society and we have a say. We don't have a damn say about anything. So yes, we our money, our tax, they say it goes towards BBC and whatnot.
TV license. Yeah.
TV license, it goes towards BBC and whatnot, but Okay, and also as well, how do you reflect the view of everybody? A country that doesn't really like foreigners. Foreigners are part of the people that pay in TV license. So, are you gonna do that?
See, that's a good point that you mentioned there. Do you feel like it's because the BBC lacks political diversity? So if they had more people from various walks of life, more so with various political views, that should be the norm at the BBC, especially if it's state funded, right?
I feel like it should be. It's like with LBC, LBC, you got all sorts of people on there.
That's true.
All sorts of people. Sometimes things are really, London Bridge is really burned down. And someone is going on there talking about Lord knows what. That ain't got nothing to do with anything that's going on in town. I feel like that's what BBC should have. Their shows should reflect different, like, the nations. Like, do you know what I mean? It should have something for everybody. But, yeah.
Because people, again, were just talking about how the BBC just goes out of their way to kind of just protect themselves from nonsense rather than just being honest. So, for example, if you messed up with the Hamas thing, just come out and say, you know what, fine.
But they struggle with that.
This is it. And people brought up the whole Jimmy Savile thing.
And the N-word thing.
And the N-word thing. And
they
the
struggle
Westwood
with that. There we go.
thing,
And the Westwood thing, they still ain't doing nothing because he's still getting bookings.
This is
it. Do you know what I mean? Like, they just... But again, I feel like it's one of those things where I guess if you admit to it, now you are culpable. But do you know what? In America, I get that. Because in America, you can get sued for anything. Like, you can get sued for anything in America. But here, where we don't... Lawsuits and don't work that way as well. Just admit you're wrong. Just tell people that, I mean, all it is that you won't get that much outrage anyway. We're not really an outrage people. Just tell people that you're wrong. And then when they start to fight, just be like, hey, at least we've got the NHS. And they'll calm down. That's what it works every time. That's what you guys keep telling people. So
yeah. All right, so let's just say, like, we're kind of seeing that it's not working, right? Do you feel like it's time we kind of, not just so we can save our money, right? Because TV license is about £160 a year, right? But not just so that we can save, not just so that we can save our money, but do you feel like we should stop paying TV license and just allow them to be, just get investors, and then that way at least they'll be free to just say their own political thoughts.
Yeah, and then if you don't like the news, you just will look to them to do it.
Yeah,
because some of you are paying TV license yearly, annually, and still getting your news from somewhere else.
Because a lot of people are also talking about how, because again there's a lack of competition, because obviously we're subsidizing their budget existence, right, with this whole TV license and stuff. Because of that, there's a lack of competition, right, and they're able to now produce shows that nobody really wants to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, why there's just certain shows that just shouldn't have the time of day, but it's on their thingy and you have to pay for it. Then iPlayer, this, that, and the third. But if, for example, it was reliant on the fact that the views matter, right? Just like it does for other TV shows, or like Netflix, for example, there'll be more money in, and then obviously we'll get a better quality product as well. But saying that, BBC iPlayer, we did get to watch Dreaming Whilst Black.
Dreaming Whilst Black.
You know what I'm saying? So, yes, certain parts of the country may not like certain things because over there's no black people, there's no Asian people, there's no whatever. There's just cow, dog, sheep, and white people.
That's right.
Then maybe there's a place for BBC. Because in life we can't have it all, can we?
If I can't. I thought with BBC, do you know what it is about this country? Like, they just like to hold on to things. Like, if you're just, if it's always been this way, it's this way. And BBC, that's really what it is. That's why the whole ITV thing is just so interesting to watch. Because it's like you think you're watching something crumble in real time, but will it? Because it's been there since before, forever kind of thing. I don't know, it's tricky. I do believe that there is a way to report news without bias.
Yeah.
And they can go on to have shows where people can then put their views out there about what they think about a subject matter or a situation that's going on. Like, it can be done. They can do it. They're just not allowed.
All right. I think we can kind of move on from there.
Lovely. Let's get into our next headlines then.
All right. So our next headline, speaking of BBC, Kirsty Wark, who's the longest serving presenter of BBC Two's Newsnight, is to step down from the programme. So, Brent, if you don't mind putting up Kirsty Wark, W-A-R-K, and she made the announcement yesterday exactly 30 years after she first hosted the nightly news show. She will leave after the next general election, which is expected next year. And she said that when the time comes, it will be a massive wrench. You know what I'm saying? 30 years in the same job.
What's she giving this speech for? I thought she was done now.
No, but you know what the thing is?
Or did she just hand in her resignation? Did she just...
Yeah, she wants to kind of tape it off. She wants people to miss
I
her.
never seen a woman a day in my life. I've never seen that woman. And she's the longest standing what?
She's the longest standing...
Do you watch Newsnight though?
No, but I
Yeah.
also don't watch a lot of things, but I know the people them that are there. I never seen this little lady.
It's on BBC Two. Do you watch BBC Two though? Because a lot of people just watch
No.
BBC One. BBC Two is just for
BBC
Fresh
One and
Prince.
BBC Three. BBC Three is lit.
There you go.
BBC Two,
Mhm.
I won't none of that.
Yeah, man, she's the
never
longest
seen that.
serving presenter of BBC Two's.
She looks
Newsnight.
young as well. When did she start?
30 years ago. 30, yeah.
Okay, she must
Exactly
report
30
good
years.
news. Because her white don't like it's cracking. Like she looks like she moisturizes well. I love that for
There
her.
you go, yeah, man.
Congratulations, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, the news comes amid reports that the show could have its budget slashed, right, and its format
Oh,
overhauled.
it's forced out.
Allegedly, not entirely.
Listen, I'll make you redundant or you retire. Pick up her.
Yeah, man. So the program's editor Stuart McLean also announced that his departure last week. So Wark planned her exit before the recent speculation about the show's
bet.
future. It's according to her statement. She did say in a statement, last year I spoke to both the Director General Tim Davie and to Stuart, who's the person I just mentioned, the program's editor, and signalled my desire to end my 3-decade run on the show after the next election. And that's the plan. When the time comes, it'll be a massive wrench. However, I'll be leaving Newsnight, but not the BBC. I'll still be presenting the reunion and start the new week on Radio 4. TV documentaries too, as well as finishing finally my
Okay.
3rd novel. So she's still going to be active.
Making a scene.
Yeah,
That's what she's doing.
Still going to be active.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for her.
Next headline takes us to South Africa, where the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, he welcomed the Dutch royal couple, Kim Willem-Alexander and his wife, Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, at the Union Buildings in Pretoria on Thursday. Their Majesties were on a state visit at the invitation of the president to focus on strengthening the ties and partnership between the Netherlands and South Africa. While reflecting on the colonial history between the two countries, Ramaphosa took the opportunity to speak on the ongoing conflict between Russia and the Ukraine, as well as the Israel-Hamas conflict that has left thousands dead and many more wounded. So when he was speaking, he said, our resolve to build a peaceful, equal future is being sorely tested, and where reconciliation and healing is sorely needed. His Majesty King Willem-Alexander commended South Africa's fighting spirit to end apartheid and the country's commitment to the reconciliation following the end of Dutch colonial rule in 1795. So when he was speaking, he said after colonial ties were severed, a sense of kinship remained. These people. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me be neutral and impartial. On that,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
unbiased.
At the same time, none of you people pay bloody TV license here. So let me see what I want to bloody say. These punk ass niggas just for talking sake. What's talking about after colonial ties severed? There was a sense of kinship. The arrogance of these people. Anyway, he said this that it remained, but it wasn't until 1960s that a broad awareness of injustice towards the black population emerged in the Netherlands. Can you bloody imagine? So since the end of colonial rule in 1795 till the 1960s, almost 200 years, yeah, that's only when there was a broad awareness of injustice towards the black population that emerged in the Netherlands. Only then. Anyway, that's enough for them people. So the next headline takes us to Sudan, where, trigger warning ahead, the number of families suffering from hunger has almost doubled in the past year in Sudan, man, where a war between generals have plunged the country into chaos for 6 months. The conflict has killed over 9,000 people, this according to a largely underestimated toll, and left millions displaced and refugees, worsening the country's health crisis, where more than a half of the inhabitants need aid. You know what I'm saying? They need humanitarian aid ASAP to survive, man. And this is according to the WHO, the World Health Organization, and UNICEF. And they said that the number of families suffering from hunger has almost doubled over the past year. 700,000 children suffer from severe acute malnutrition, and 100,000 children need life-saving treatment against acute malnutrition accompanied by medical complications. They also went on to say that more than 20.3 million people, or more than 42% of the country's population, face high levels of acute food insecurity. Damn. And this is particularly true in areas where clashes rage. So in places like Darfur and Khartoum and places like that, man. Very sad, man. Very sad. Last thing I wanted to mention is just citing a projection from Johns Hopkins University. The statement said at least 10,000 children under the age of 5 could die by the end of this year due to increased food insecurity and service disruptions that are essential since the start of the conflict in Sudan. But yeah, man, hearts go out to those people there.
Yeah, man, for real.
Hopefully something happens, man. But yeah, that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
That's right. Let's get into some word on road. Okay, very quickly for me today. So Megan Thee Stallion has got another win, man. So her situation, her settlement situation, lawsuit, all that stuff with her last label, 1501. Is it 1501? I believe so. They're going to go by that now. But 1501 Certified Entertainment, that's led by Carl, is it Crawford, sorry, yeah, that's it. Basically, she's ended that whole legal stuff, put behind her now, they're done. And they've mutually reached a confidential settlement to resolve their legal differences. So basically, Megan took them to court because the deal they got her to sign was absolutely crazy. It was a deal she signed in 2018. And then she said how she didn't realize how crazy the deal was until she had a new management deal with Rock Nation in 2019. And that's when she had real lawyers, is when she realized what kind of foolishness they had to sign in back then. And how also they owed her money because the whole royalties thing, they weren't working that out properly. They were also spending money like recklessly. It was like a whole thing. So I'm glad that this is another thing that she can kind of put behind her and just, be done with. And Carl did put a statement out and he said both Megan and 1501 are pleased to put this matter behind them and move forward with the next chapter of their respective businesses. And he said, he and his company wish Megan the very best in her life and career. So big up the stallion. Keeps getting wins. We love to see it. Another person that's winning is Paigey Cakey. She's engaged. So she proposed to her girlfriend. Well, now I guess fiance now. I don't know when she did that, but her partner's name is Rianna LintonJeezy. And she popped the question to her, posted on Instagram, and she said yes. So congratulations to her. Or to them, sorry. And also, so I told you guys about Jeezy and Jeanie Mai breaking up. Well, not breaking up, but getting a divorce. He filed for divorce from her and all that stuff. They got cute little girl. Monaco, her name is. But he's finally put a statement out. So since all of that's happened, he hasn't put a statement out. She's, of course, just posted stuff and talk about moving forward because she got a new show with Mario Lopez. Sorry, I was going to Lopez. But yeah, I guess this is kind of like, this is his first statement since all of that stuff has been going on. He's just been out here promoting his book and whatnot. And he said, the decision to end this chapter in my life was not made impulsively and comes with a very heavy heart. Despite this, my love and respect for Jeanie remains, and the time we spent together holds a cherished place in my heart. Our beautiful daughter is the best gift from our relationship, and I'm committed to assuring she feels the love and stability she deserves. During this period, I kindly request that you respect our family's privacy as we focus on healing. It says J. Jeezy Jenkins. So love to him, love to Jeanie Mai, and I feel like they're both very sensible people. So really and truly, their daughter's going to grow up in a loving home with good, two sensible co-parents. And I think when stuff like this happens, that's what's most important. Like, people need to understand that someone might not be a good partner to you, but they're still a good parent. Like, he might not have been a good husband, a good boyfriend or whatever, but he can still be a good father. She might not have been a good wife, a good girlfriend, but she can still be a good mother. So I love the fact that they've both said their daughter's well-being and their daughter feeling love from both of them is the most important thing. So that's very, very healthy. Lupita yesterday announced that she and her boyfriend are broken up. Very sad. I'm going to read her statement out. It was very touching, to say the least. She was going out with Selema Masekela. He does what he does. He's like great at what he does. He's talented in his industry. But yeah, so she posted on Instagram yesterday and she said, there are much more important things going on in the world right now, and my thoughts are with those who are deeply suffering. At this moment, it is necessary for me to share a personal truth and publicly dissociate myself from someone I can no longer trust. I find myself, I know, I find myself in a season of heartbreak because of a love suddenly and devastatingly extinguished by deception. I am tempted to run into the shadows and hide, only to return to the light when I have regained my strength enough for me to say, whatever, my life is better this way. But I am reminded that the magnitude of the pain I am feeling is equal to the measure of my capacity for love. That's a word. Lupita, that's a word. And so I am choosing to face the pain, cultivating the courage to meet my life exactly as it is, and trusting that this too shall pass. The promise, they say, is that a tender heart is what gives birth to fearlessness. I hope it's true. I share this to keep it 100 and hoping that the knowledge of my experience might be useful to someone else out there experiencing the grip of heartbreak who is poised to try and escape from the pain and miss out on the wisdom that comes from it. #breakup. Then she said, let's face our pain so we don't spread it. I love that. I feel that's such a good, deep breakup message. It looks so deep. If she's the one to break up with him, that must have been so poetic. How she would have broken up with him. I really like that, man. But love to Lupita. Always. What a queen. What a queen. But yeah, man, that is all from me today.
Oh, if you don't mind, I literally just saw this on Twitter. Legendary hip hop producer, the 45 King, has passed away, man.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Age 62. Influential, super influential in New York. You know what I'm saying? He got his name because, you know, he likes finding obscure records, 45s. Huh?
Sorry, one of my first... I don't know why I just cut you off. Continue, sorry.
No,
Continue.
I was just saying, that's how he got his name. But yeah, man, he passed away yesterday. For those who don't know, he's an old school producer. Worked with Queen Latifah, Eminem, Jay-Z. Done a lot of stuff, man. Everyone knows him. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially back in the day, man. Some legendary sounds, man.
Yeah, one of my first sample packs was 45 King.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Is that the only picture that he's ever taken?
He obviously doesn't take a lot of pictures.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I rate that.
Yeah.
Because all the pictures people have of him is just that. Love that for him. But R.I.P., man.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Okay, let's get into the People's Journal.
Yeah, he drank water and minded his business.
Okay, press the button. This is how you mourn your goats.
Yeah, man.
All right, so welcome to the People's Journal. I'll give you the news from an economics point of view. I don't have much to talk about today. Literally just two things and they're pretty much related. And this is that government borrowing in September was lower than a lot of economists had expected, man. So yeah, man, this was 1.6 billion pounds less than a year earlier. It's still the sixth highest borrowing in September, like since monthly records began, i.e. since 1993. But it was still less than expected by economists and still less than a year earlier. Most economists, let me not say most, but economists had predicted borrowing would be 18.3 billion last month.
Yeah.
Government debt was running at nearly 2.6 trillion pounds, which is more than 2% higher than it was last year. So people kind of expected that it would be more. But Jeremy Hunt came out and he said that, look, we had to borrow loads like during the pandemic, you know what I'm saying, to protect lives and livelihoods. But since the Putin invasion had pushed up inflation and interest rates and stuff like this, this means that we spent twice as much on debt interest last year as we did the previous year. You know what I'm saying? And this type of thing is just obviously not sustainable. So yeah, man, last week, Mr. Hunt said that the higher interest rates were likely to cost the UK an extra 20 billion to 13 billion per year. You know what I'm saying? He has all but ruled out near-term tax cuts, saying the government needs to prioritise bringing down inflation. And that's also what Sunak was saying the other day as well, when he said the biggest tax that he's trying to get rid of is inflation. So yeah, man, that's basically that situation. But based on those comments, people are kind of predicting that his autumn statement will kind of the focus of that will be basically about cracking down on what he calls public sector waste, you know what I'm saying, and focusing on tackling debt because of these official figures and stuff like this. So, like I just mentioned, the ONS, which is the Office for National Statistics, said that public sector borrowing stood at 14.3 billion, which again was less than projected and less than what they spent last year, which was 1.6 billion pounds less. You know what I'm saying? So of course, once that's released and everything, we'll have to dive into that and see how that's going to affect us in a very real and practical way. But that's pretty much it for now. To be fair, very short one today.
Okay, well, let's get into our last headlines then.
All right, Brent. There's in this first headline. If you don't mind clicking the link, I want you to to put this picture up for the people to see. Yeah, and this is about AirAsia's boss, who goes by the name of Tony Fernandes. Right. So he's drawn some criticism. Yeah, he's drawn some criticism after he posted a picture of himself getting a massage.
Well, let's see that.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
All right, watch.
If it's okay, right. Let's just not.
So he was getting a massage, right, without his shirt, obviously, as you can see. Well, for those who listen to Spotify, you can type in Tony Fernandes.
No, they can see the video. Go on your
That's
Spotify
right,
app.
for real.
You can see the video of the foolishness
Yes,
that I'm
I
seeing.
keep forgetting about that, Yes.
We're ahead of the game.
Yes, exactly. So he was attending a management meeting.
He was getting a massage on Zoom. He's on a Teams meeting getting a massage. And that's what he's showing us with the massage.
Insane, isn't it? Insane.
I don't know if you guys are aware. I had like Joe Maganelli or whatever his name is in my head when you said for Fernandes. Oh, that's a sexy name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's great.
Yeah,
You look stressed.
This is why he needs the massage, though. So, funny, yeah? This was posted on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Wow.
He posted on LinkedIn.
Apparently, it's now
He
deleted.
said, get you a man that can do both. Okay? Talking business.
Yeah, man. It's now deleted. But basically, apparently the caption was a stressful week.
Do you know what? Fair, innit? Fair. People start using LinkedIn like it's Facebook anyway, so he might as well.
It doesn't stop there. He said,
What?
you've got to love Indonesia and AirAsia culture. That I can have a massage and do a management meeting.
Is he Indonesian?
He's around there.
So he's telling his country.
I think he's from Indonesia, yeah.
whilst
Something like that, anyway.
saying, listen,
Yeah, man.
free him, man. Don't fire him for that.
Mhm.
I don't think he should have to quit for that.
But if you all picture it, right? You'll have had Zoom meetings before, right?
Yeah.
Just picture yourself being able to unwind like that and do a first. And just imagine how that would feel. It would feel exhilarating, wouldn't it?
Getting a massage when I'm in a meeting.
The person that you or the people that you're having this meeting with, they'll be looking at you and you're just there.
Oh, that's a good spot. Do that part again.
and nobody's locked off and you're still continuing. That would
Yeah,
have been a
that's-
great first.
Yeah, but it feels like a sex show, man. I'll be very real with you. Because when you get massages, there's massage etiquettes.
Yeah.
Some people don't know them. They're making all sorts of
Okay.
sounds. Kind of like Monica from Friends.
Yeah. I would just go
They know
with
to act.
he had his top off. That is improper.
Yeah, but obviously when they see your hands, when they see the hands,
Crazy.
free
Yeah,
man. He was just trying to, he had a hard week.
He did, man.
At least it was that kind of massage.
You know what I'm saying? This
It
is
would have been
true.
a happy ending.
This is true. But yeah, man, people were basically commenting saying, nah, this is inappropriate and absurd. Said it's unprofessional. Somebody said he should be setting an example of good work ethics and culture, not flaunting his body and privilege.
Flaunting as well.
His body and privilege.
I just had a great idea for another week. Ooh, a themed week. Ooh. Wait, no.
Let me swallow my drink first.
Topless, not topless.
And I was like, let me swallow my drink first. 'Cause I don't know what you're going to say. I don't want to choke.
just in like tank tops.
Everyone
Imagine
put
man
picture of
just
tank
in
top.
there delivering his facts with tank top.
Sorry, I thought you meant the community. You mean us?
you'd have your white Peter on too, obviously. That'd be wavy. Man, just is.
I should have done it in summer.
Yeah. Obviously, when summer comes around.
Yeah, okay. I'm down for that, actually.
Yeah. Be good.
If I'm single, I'm going to give you all a show. We always have the tank tops on here.
But yeah, man, people are just criticizing him. But most people just see him as Malaysia's answer to Richard Branson, man. He's 59 years old, super successful. He was educated at Epsom College, one of Britain's top
Oh, wow.
fee-paying schools, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
He bought AirAsia from the Malaysian government, apparently for less than $1 in 2001. Yes. Obviously, it must have been going under in it. And then
Yeah.
obviously, but he brought it back up, you know what I'm saying? So he's a serious guy, man. He's a serious
Yeah,
guy.
so it makes sense. I can see why he's having a hard week. Let the man have his,
You know what I'm
have
saying?
his massage.
Yeah. Next headline. Big trigger warning here, guys. Police have recovered a woman's body from a river in Angus during a rare red weather warning in eastern Scotland. The 57-year-old was swept into the water of Lee in Glenesk as Storm Babet, or Babet, I don't know how to pronounce it, battered parts of the country. The storm is expected to bring extreme rain, wind, and flooding. And obviously, this could be seen as a threat to life. In her case, it definitely was, man. Very sad news, man. Angus Council has issued a further plea for residents around Brechin to evacuate, as some have refused to leave their homes. People think it's safe in their house, but I don't think they're really appreciating how powerful this particular storm is, man. And residents of more than 400 properties in the area have already been told to evacuate. Because what they're saying is they believe the river South Esk could burst its banks. You know what I'm saying? So, again, yeah, it's just crazy. The river's flood defences are designed to deal with levels of 3.8 metres, right? It's 12.5 feet. But the water, they're saying, could reach 5 metres. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, people are being urged to leave, basically. So hopefully people, take that advice, and hopefully people's properties are not damaged too much or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The First Minister, Hamza Yousaf, he was on Twitter, and he basically tweeted and said, such sad news, man. My thoughts are with the family, friends, and loved ones of the woman who has sadly lost her life.
Very sad.
Next headline is pretty much linked to that, and this is just to say that much of the UK is set for heavy rain and high winds because of this particular storm, you know what I'm saying? This storm is going to be making its way across the country. And so people need to pretty much check, man, if there's any weather warnings where you are, and to see what time the worst of the weather is expected to hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So please do your due diligence, people, and hopefully keep yourself safe, man. And that's pretty much it for the headlines. It's time to pay the bills.
Thank you. Let's get into my favourite segment, the reaction.
Who's got, yeah.
Y'all are so weird. Why is it called fixtures?
That's just how it is.
As in games have been fixed.
No,
that means something else, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay, well, this is what's coming to the nearest TV station near you. So on Saturday we've got some games. We've got Liverpool versus Everton.
Did you join them together?
Liverpool. I think the silence a bit definitely. Liverpool, my bad. Liverpool versus Everton. That's 12:30 on Saturday. Bournemouth and Wolverhampton. Wanderer.
Yeah. Wanderers.
That sounds like a French word. You've got Brentford and Burnley. You've got Manchester City with playing against Brighton and Hove Albion.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Newcastle United and playing against Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, Luton Town, Chelsea and Arsenal, Sheffield United and Manchester United. Well, all the teams that these men in here support. So Gina's going to be a long Monday for us. That's what I hear from this. And on Sunday, we've got Aston Villa and West Ham United.
Yeah.
They can't be that lit if they didn't want to play on Sunday.
If they didn't want what?
They didn't want to play on Sunday.
Sometimes Sunday's the big games, Is it? But
I don't hear much about Aston Villa.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with them, to be fair.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what you got coming up this weekend. So stay tuned, stay ready, and I hope your teams win.
Mm-hmm. Next thing is, I think the other day we spoke about Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who's proposing to buy Manchester United, well, at least 25% of it. And basically he said that as part of the £1.3 billion deal for a quarter of the Premier League club, Ratcliffe's deal for a minority stake would give him control of football operations at Old Trafford. Mm-hmm. And he's also proposing that Man United have a new football committee, which comprises of him, Joural Glazer, and Sir David Brailsford, right? So yeah, the deal's still being finalised, but whatever happens, United are unlikely to be big spenders in the January transfer window. This is according to reports. People like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who was a legendary, what is he, the greatest substitute of all time, right?
Yeah.
This guy would just come on and just destroyed other teams' hopes last minute. But anyway, this guy, he was also a manager as well, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, he came back for United and managed them for a bit. But anyway, he came out in an interview and said that Glazers usually allow their managers 3 big signings for a year, and United generally prefer to do so, well, at least buy their bulk of their players in the summer. So this is why they're pretty much not expecting them to really do anything in January. But we'll see. Next thing I wanted to mention is, remember, again, big fight I was really looking forward to tomorrow. It's been cancelled, Joshua Buatsi and Dan Aziz. But like I said, the rest of the card is going to be going ahead, and that's going to be at York Hall. And so the main event, Mikael Lawal and Isaac Chamberlain, they're going to be fighting. And yeah, man, it seems like there's a lot of bad blood between these guys, man. Lawal's obviously saying, look, listen, I'm going to sort this guy out. You know what I mean? He's not on my level, this, that, and the third. But Lawal hasn't really had the fights that Chamberlain's had. Chamberlain's had more bigger fights. Granted, he has lost those bigger fights, but at least he's got the experience at that level, you know what I'm saying? But this is going to be a real good domestic fight, man. And both of them are saying they can knock each other out, man. Chamberlain saying, listen, I'm going to knock you out. It's going to be big. Finally, all of this comes to a close on Saturday, and I'm going to be crowned the new British and Commonwealth Cruiserweight champion. So again, I look forward to seeing what's going to happen with that fight. And the last thing I wanted to mention is just that Lewis Hamilton has accused the FIA of poor communication following their review into his conduct at the Qatar Grand Prix, but admits that he was wrong to walk across a live track. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, he was initially handed a 50,000 fine, €50,000 fine, half of which is suspended for the rest of the season for crossing the track while his race was still going ahead, basically. And but he came out also to pretty much say that, look, there was just an issue with miscommunication. He was upset about them doing something, and they were upset about him doing something. But it seems like they've kind of buried that shit, and everyone's cool again. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. There ain't much else to talk. Oh, actually, what am I talking about? I think Haney and Prograis is this week.
No way.
I think it is.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big fight, man. Big fight. So Haney basically,
take your word for it.
He was undisputed. He was undisputed at what do you call it? At 135. Mm-hmm. He's moved out now to 140. It's gonna be his first fight at 140. And Regis Prograis is like a what's the word? When you just basically you're super comfortable at 140. That's your main division. You know what I'm saying? Champion. I think Regis Prograis only lost one fight, and I think that was to what's the guy? Why have I forgot his name? The white guy, man, who beat oh my gosh. Someone's definitely gonna say it in the chat. But the guy who unified the whole bloody division, man. And he lost to Teofimo Lopez the other day. Anyway, long story short, Prograis is a serious boxer. You know what I'm saying? His last performance wasn't good. People definitely thinking like he's kind of on his way out type thing. I don't see him as on his way out, to be fair. He's definitely top 3 at 140. But for some reason, I feel like Haney's going to get the job done, man. You know what I'm saying? He's just come from a division that he's totally reigned supreme at. And he's going up to 140. And what I like about this is that at least he's not fighting a bum. He's fighting a bona fide 140 dangerous fighter who's got skill, he's got punching power. And yeah, man, it's gonna be a good fight. I do think Haney's gonna win it. But it should definitely be a good fight. And I'm pretty sure it's this weekend. I feel like it's this weekend. I hope I'm not wrong. But anyway.
Someone said it's in December.
Is it? Prograis and Haney?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, cool. Okay.
Just so funny because the person's been helpful, yeah, but it just like they just burst your bubble because you did all of that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was starting to look forward to it, you know. But thank you for reminding me, man. Thank you for reminding me. Maybe it's because I was recently watching their back and forth and you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff. Yeah, but thank you for letting the people know, man. So yeah, I guess this weekend the only fights really is the undercard for the Dan Aziz and Boatsi fight. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the reaction.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our outro then. All right, guys, thank you for tuning into the show. We really, really appreciate it. But please, sorry, my words wrong. Like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. I see the subscription growing, and I love that for us. But if you could please be intentional about subscribing to the channel, it really helps us in ways that is too long to start to explain. Big up our researchers as well. We appreciate you being part of our team. And of course, the moderators as well, always reminding people to like the video and looking out for bad vibes. But we don't get much of those these days, so that's fantastic. What else is there?
Just so you'll know, Ace Boogie is actually incarcerated.
Is he really? I thought I was joking.
No, he is.
Has he always been?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he's not always been, obviously. But he came via my accident.
So Achilles Central, the vibe.
Free Ace.
You don't know what he did?
Yeah, well, still,
what did he do?
Free Ace. What did you do, brother?
You didn't care. It's just you.
I don't see another
That's
black
so
man now,
funny.
man.
You know, it's so funny because I thought he was joking in it. So I just thought, well, I don't know if this is a joke or not, but if I see people in the chat doing free, I'm gonna have to speak to the moderators like, hello, we don't allow such like, because we don't know what people did. But sometimes some people deserve to be in jail.
He's not glorifying why he's in jail. He's just being.
Yeah, he just said, "Oh, big up Ace, man. I didn't know that was his
Yeah,
situation."
he said he put some of his pen mates onto us too,
Oh, sick.
but they listen silently.
Sick.
That's true, because we don't know them.
Yeah, we don't. But
Oh, big up Ace, though.
we appreciate you all. To be
I did
honest.
not know that. Oh,
Yeah,
babes.
Big up Ace, man.
Sending you love, and hope you're out soon.
Yeah, man.
Catch it. Oh, it's not. Oh, well.
Big up Ace, man. Free Ace every time, man.
Might be out by the TD live show, I guess. I guess that. Well, big up Ace, man. Big up Ace, big up his boys, all of that
You
stuff.
know what I'm saying? Live show, come do security and that, you get me?
Okay.
With Kevin there.
I get me, you know what I'm saying?
To be fair, nobody is disrupting that show, I'll tell you that.
Nah,
If
big them
you
up,
guys,
man.
please follow us on our social media platforms as well. We have been putting up so many clips. Please share them, especially, well, all of them obviously, but the ones with the guests as well. Let the guests know that you appreciated their conversations and them coming down and stuff like that, so that other people will come on and whatnot. I mean, yeah. Follow us on our social media platforms. Yeah, the day after TNB, Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. And you can send your dilemmas in to 075 6484 1073. Also the number to call when we're live on air. Big up today's caller, our first time caller, babe.
Big up
He's
Lexi.
raising his son to eat with his hands. That's great, but I will say try the spoon. Free yourself, sis, and try the spoon. And if you would like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Don't forget Gina's event on Sunday,
yeah, man.
Beats and Bands.
Support.
She is bringing litness with fitness. So see you guys there. We're obviously going to be there.
Yeah, make yourself known, please. Come and
Yes, please make yourself known. Let us know that you're there, and it's gonna be honestly a great event. And we're not just saying that because it's Gina. Like, the lineup is looking lit.
Yeah.
Very, very lit. So I'm really looking forward to that. So go and get tickets. There's literally just a handful of tickets left. So go and get tickets. Don't carry last. I don't want to see anything in the chat on Monday.
You know what
But
I'm
I should
saying?
have gone. Oh, I wish I didn't.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear none of that. Be there. Get your glutes ready. But yeah, when?
Can I say one last thing? We got a good guest on Monday.
Okay.
For those who know about African history, the liberation struggle,
Okay.
this is going to be a good one.
It's Dr. Umar, y'all. Tune in on Monday.
It's going to be a good one. Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Should be fun. Okay,
Give
well.
me something else, man. Give me something else
About what?
about the guest. Give me something else about the guest.
What, another clue?
He's built a black school.
Did he?
When did you ever take me seriously?
Oh.
All right. I'll give a clue. He's the son of...
This is what I'm winning. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he's the son of a revolutionary Pan-African leader. I've mentioned him on the show before. You know what I'm saying? This guy is a hero of mine and 100% like, I'm super excited to have him on the show. So again, if you people are like serious again about knowing, just knowing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About that struggle for independence, right? Again, don't miss it.
Was he a leader of a country?
What, as in his father? Yeah, he was.
This is it. Don't just say leader, because he could have just been a guy that the community has put on a platform, but he was a leader of a country.
Yeah.
God damn.
See, Rebecca, big up Rebecca, because Rebecca was the facilitator.
Oh, she was the plug.
She was the
Okay.
facilitator.
Okay then.
Rebecca, we're not going to give it away. But we'll give another clue.
You know this is delayed, so you better hope she ain't.
Yeah.
You don't worry by the time your voice lands on the other side.
Yeah, man. He's a son of a legend.
That's sick.
Yeah, man. So please tune in. And yeah, you don't want to miss it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Monday then. There's a lot
Mark's
going on
back as
Monday.
well, innit?
Mark's
Yes.
will be back on
Yeah,
Monday.
he's gonna enjoy that conversation.
There's a lot to discuss. I think Monday's going to be a show, an iconic show.
Yeah.
One for the
100%.
books.
Yes, 100%.
So,
Oh, sorry. Last thing as well. Can I big up Mel as well?
of course, you can bring up Mel.
Mel for my baker. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, my baker Mel. I've been craving a cupcake. I've been craving the Lotus cupcakes.
Well again. we're going to be getting something.
What? What?
We're going to be getting something.
Mel, my darling.
Zambia's independence. So
We need to figure a way to get bread on someone. We can't. Okay.
So yeah, man. Zambia's independence.
Sick.
Yeah, so we're gonna get something.
Not Zambian.
Huh? Yeah.
Why did I think? Okay. Oh, that's lovely. Well, big up, Mel.
So we won't just be showing you something on the screen in the
gonna be eating
Googles.
too.
We're gonna be eating, goddammit.
But yeah, big up my
Mel,
baker.
man. She really supports
She does,
TDA, man.
She really does.
She watches live,
I know how she
then
bakes.
listens again on Spotify in the evening.
That's a
You know
new
what I'm
one.
saying? I'm telling you.
She was, and then she came, and when she came on the show, she blessed her with so much cakes.
I'm telling you.
I've literally
man.
been thinking about her cakes
We really
recently.
appreciate it, for real.
Love that.
Can't wait for TMB to be established because you wouldn't necessarily have to listen to TDA twice. You just listen to the other shows throughout the
so
day.
she'll have an entire week.
Precisely.
Exactly.
We're gonna keep her occupied.
100%, man. So
Love
again, it's coming soon, man. God willing.
Amen to that. Amen. Keep an eye out. We keep telling people we're not joking about the place. We're not joking. So keep an eye out. This is why it's important to follow us. The day after TMB, this is why it's important to follow the New Black on Instagram as well. That's BLXCK.
Yep.
This is why it's important as well to follow the New Black community on Twitter. X, if you're fancy. But it's really important because this is where we're going to be dropping. I feel like that's where we're going to drop things before we come on announce stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like we appreciate the community. I feel like when we meet people, people can see that we appreciate the community we're building. So our community is always going to get first dibs on tea. I mean, we know y'all like tea. Y'all keep proving that day after week after week. But yeah, man. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in, honestly, all the time. So big up everybody that's listening.
Sorry, can I say one more thing?
Of course.
All right. So again, someone in the chat said, it's the Ghanaian president's son, innit? Again, it's not. But I understand why you think that. But I just want to add a bit more spice to it. He's the son of a revolutionary, not just a regular president. He changed things. He's forever a legend in every Pan-African circle. You've seen pictures everywhere. I'm not just talking for the sake of talking. This is a real, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm excited about this interview. You know what I'm saying? If I give one more clue, it'll give it away too much. But yeah, 100%, you're not going to want to miss it. So yeah, once again, big up Rebecca for facilitating.
All the confetti for Rebecca.
Yeah.
They come out the side of the screen. Wow, okay. Fancy.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, guys, we appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and see you Monday.
All I'll say is big up the people of Burkina Faso.
Why? Don't worry.